Hi there, everybody, and welcome back to Play Dicely. My name is Teni Dicely, and I'm going to be your game master this evening. And you know what, cast? You might have been able to see me during that, but they couldn't. Your camera view is bigger than theirs. Oh, frig. Well, let's hop on over to our wonderful collection of friends. Good evening to the lot of you.
Hello.
Hello.
Benny, I can't bear to look at you.
Oh my god. Oh no!
So many bear puns. Let's do it again.
But he's
Yes.
an aardvark.
This is
What?
a
Aren't you
RDVARK.
Arthur?
Yeah. So
Because you
Oh.
didn't do the fist.
There
There we
it
go.
is. I get it
Arthur.
now.
Oh, of
No,
course,
I know
it's
who you
Arthur.
Oh.
You're the library guy.
having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card.
Now rap.
Yeah. Jekyll, Jekyll, hide, Jekyll. Yeah, no, we totally missed our Halloween occasion, and I asked everybody, I'm like, do you guys want to dress up? They're like, no, and I was like, I'll do it. And so I'm Arthur.
You look great.
Oh, thanks. Oh, gosh, I am so dead. I've been sick for a few days, still recovering, but hey, we're gonna have a D&D session here. I pass it over to y'all if you have any announcements.
I can go. Hey, do you like comedy? Well, I got a show for you. Shut up, Denny. You already saw it. My comedy sketch show, The 7 Habits of Highly Defective People, is playing at Toronto, Second City at 1 York Street for our Torontonian friends out there. There will be one more show on November 17th by the time this comes out. So come on down. Tickets are only $10, and it's a very fun show. Everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people here saw it, and they're going to nod and say that it was really fun. Thanks.
There is not a gun being held on my head.
Mhm.
Not that you can see.
That is
My green screen edits it out.
Yeah.
There is a sketch about D&D, so clearly you like that because you're watching this. So that alone.
It's true.
You
All
like
my
this, you'll
sketches
like
are
that.
about weird, nerdy shit, so everything I wrote about
Yeah,
nerd stuff.
So if you
Oh,
live
yeah.
in Toronto or within 3 hours and say want to make a trip to Toronto,
Thanks, Danny.
I'll put a link to the where you can order tickets from Second City for that show.
Yeah, that might be good, because our last show, I think everyone's going to kind of squeezing time into going to the last one, so I might want to pre-order tickets for that one.
Procrastinators.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then we'll swing on over to Ryan with the Timmy Tabletop things.
Hello, I have also been sick, so when I
Hell
start
yeah.
coughing, the ad ends. So, hey, Timmy, he gives us music for this channel, and he's great. So go drop by his website at tabletopaudio.com. Go get yourself some
Thank you, Ryan.
Great.
Yeah, no
Very
problem.
well. Oh, yeah, we do
Did your
love
best.
Timmy Tabletop. I haven't actually looked up his releases for the last couple of weeks, so that'll be a pleasant surprise when I go and look at those.
They're very good.
Oh, maybe I'll be able to use them for the relevant sessions coming up. But with that being said, how would you all like to play some D&D while I wear these adorable bear ears? Did you know it's really hard to find aardvark ears on a headband?
That tracks, actually.
That checks out, yeah.
does not
Honestly,
surprise me.
that's not, surprising at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so D&D then?
Sure, Mr. Aardvark.
Yeah,
But
that
no,
sounds fun.
I don't want to.
Yeah, honestly fair.
All right.
I'm gonna pass.
All right, cue the Arthur theme.
And I said, hey. So, in our last session, it was a wonderful kind of day. The party did learn to fly and play with demons. As they made their way down from Nara Village to the final of the Druid Enclaves. But on this journey, as was just mentioned, the party did encounter demons in the skies on their way. And being harried, but recognizing that they probably should just avoid conflict, did their best to make it down to the Darkwood. And in doing so, avoided an even bigger threat that apparently called the space home. As this large, fiery bat soared through the skies and simply took out one of the demons that the players had just been having some issues with. From there, they carried on foot. The Griffins took off back home after one of them, all of them were Australian, that's important to point out, but one of them got pretty beat up in that demon encounter, and so they were like, nah, we peacing. I know, it's a very casual recap. And so, after a few days, the party did eventually come to the end of the Darkwood, and not far off from there was the Lake of the Bog Beast, where it was said through the stories that they would be able to find this last Druid Enclave. But as part of that journey, they also made the interesting discovery that it seemed neither Archdruid Rulek or their druid friend Renan that had sent them on this quest were no longer alive. Trying to figure out what to do about that, the party made their way to the Lake of the Bog Beast to scout out what could be found about this lake, what was special, what kind of clues might there be. And they found it a reflection of the sky, but swimming of stars. It wasn't a perfect reflection. The moon stayed where it was, but the stars swam across the surface of the pond. And there were several interesting flora and fauna, some fluffy cattails that were mottled with black and white, shifting in its variation, as well as frogs, whom Azaria had a lovely conversation with, and found out that they're likely to have the best luck finding this enclave in the north end of the lake. So the party made their way to the north. Azaria and Abe did some scouting in the waters, finding that it was likely not going to be in the deeper parts of the lake, and also there had been a rock covered in frogs, dubbed the Frickin' Rock. And that brings us to where we are now, with Nell having just received unfortunate news through sending from Charity Cozybug. Varmhall has apparently been destroyed. I figured I'd better tell you first. You're muted.
Fuck. Out of character. If we're just all sitting by the fire, I think everyone just sees like Nell go still and like whatever teacup she was holding just like falls from her hand, and you just hear her say, "What?
What?
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 Is that it? Charity? What's happening?"
Another message comes through. The reports have just come in. I'm going to go investigate myself. When I know more, I will let you know.
Yeah? What's wrong?
I think Nell just starts having a panic attack.
Gideon like snaps to and like comes over. Do you need the spell?
I think she's just like grabbing for whatever she can grab. It's like she's not really seeing you. She just like kind of grabs your shirt and is just like
Gideon
wide-eyed
will-
looking around.
Gideon will place your hands on his shoulders and he will grab them. And he'll say, "Sorry about this." And he will start to release that aura. If you want to accept the calming aura, you can. Otherwise, make a charisma save.
I think like it's not even a conscious choice. Like she accepts it. It's almost like it only barely kind of makes a dent, though.
Fair enough.
Just enough for her to grasp out. Charity, Varmhall destroyed.
Wait,
Varmhall
what?
destroyed? Drac.
Yeah, Drac immediately will send a message to Nell's mother. And just say, remind me of Nell's mother's name, sorry?
Solvi, correct?
Solvi, it's Drac, Nell's friend. We heard Varmhall's destroyed. Are you okay?
I think, for the most part, everyone's doing all right. Big chunk of land came crashing down. We're taking the tolls right now.
Nell, your mother is okay. Apparently something fell from the sky and hit the town. I will keep messaging people. Finn? I'm messaging Finn.
I don't know if he's there.
He was on his way, right? Last we spoke, because he was at the keep and then he was gonna head to Varmhall.
That is correct. I must refer to my map. Or my calendar.
Do we think he would have made it there by now? Because we've kind of done that journey already, at least the distance.
I could have swore I... Yeah. I think they would have gotten there by now, but could have swore I had put a date that they actually arrived there. Oh well. You're muted.
You're muted.
Well, Finn, it's Drac. We heard Varmhall is destroyed. Are you okay? Your mother is alright. I've just spoken to her.
Yep, we're good. We're good. A lot of the places really messed up. Just big piece of earth came down out of the sky, went dark, even darker than the night.
I'll relay that. And just point up to the sky. The moon. Pieces of the moon.
Dead.
This is not good.
No.
No.
That's bad. I think we missed the... Did we miss the thing?
How
Sure.
could we have?
We're supposed to still have, over a month, I'm pretty sure. But that also, that month is, the end.
I think that's very...
Doesn't mean that bad things aren't going to happen before then.
So I think that the moon is our new timer. If it's still somewhat visible, it's not completely over yet.
I mean, what can we even do about that, though? The literal moon is falling to pieces. How are we going to stop that? We don't have sheets of metal to just hold above our heads at all times.
We keep on our path, but I'll look to Nell do and Eloin, because it's kind of you have teleportation magic. We've been here. Should we go back? Would that help? Nell, is that what you want? We still have time before we expect anything here.
I think Nell just kind of has collapsed to her knees at this point, and she just like pitches forward and throws up.
Decisions can be made later. Just
Gideon
rest for a
will-
moment.
Did they live? Even are they okay?
Your mom and brother are okay.
The baby? Did they say?
They didn't say anything about anyone else. I can ask them again if you want.
I can help too, if there's people you want me to reach out to.
Yeah, I'll let Elowen take this one.
I don't know. Runa shouldn't be there. I think she's left. She needs to know too, but I don't know if the younger ones are okay.
Your mom said they were checking and seeing who's around. I think they're still taking stock. It might be wise to, as painful as this is, wait a bit.
Gideon will prestidigitation up the vomit. And the calm emotion spells timer will run out. It only lasts like a minute. And he'll say, I'll put on some tea. Some more tea, I suppose.
Do you want me to reach out to Runa? Or wait for a moment until we have some more information?
I don't know.
Just sit down. Nothing is going to change in the next 5 minutes. Let's take a minute, have some tea.
Time of day is it, Denny? I recall we got this information like in the morning, right?
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna do a quick scan around us.
I'll just sit down with Nell. It's kind of, I don't know, lean near you.
Drat, can I have you roll a perception check?
Oh, should not have had advantage.
Sweet Jesus, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with a
Oh, sorry,
35.
that was disadvantage. Yeah,
Good.
we'll go with the 35, I guess.
Yeah. So you look out to the skies, and off far in the distance, any clouds there are, you can kind of make out the movements that cause the clouds to kind of deform and wisp. The demons are still out there, but they seem to not really come to the lake. So it seems you're still good as far as things in your vicinity.
Anything interesting happening in the lake proper?
Not particularly. The stars are beginning to kind of fade away with the morning sky. So it seems that the daylight is more a proper reflection, but when night comes around, it's not exact.
Cool.
So what's the plan? Wait a day or two? Wait until the night?
If we can wait like a few hours, I don't know how long, or even just a few minutes before we message again to see if they know more about how people are doing.
Right? And who's going to make that call?
You okay to do it, Del?
Yeah, I can do it. We wait like an hour. I'm following, like, I guess Nell's lead. If she wants to message earlier, I would.
Nell is like disassociating. So if you ask her
Okay.
directly, maybe, but she's not going to
It's
prompt
okay.
anything.
If you don't say anything, I'll wait about an hour and then maybe message her mom again. I don't know who else lives there. But her mom seems, I think, would know what's going on the best. I'd just say something like,
It's Elowen now. We just wanted to check in and see how things were, if you have any updates on how people are doing, how the village is. Would you like us to come?
Quite a few wounded. There. Most of the homes are completely destroyed. The tree and the houses up on the plateau are gone. I've not seen my parents yet. But all the kids are fine.
She says the kids are fine now. Quite a few wounded and some still unaccounted for. The kids are all right.
Did we go? Do they need anything? Any help?
I asked. She didn't say. We could if you would like to go. I think I could get us there.
tell me if you brought anything with you from Varmhall. Actually, that'd be really helpful. When we were there, just tell me you picked something up, and that would make this a lot easier.
Does herself not count?
Her armor,
Everything I have.
her tabard.
Her
The
sword?
journal.
So if we have something that can help me tie to the location, we could get there.
And what would we do there?
Could help clean.
Help clean up a bit.
What about the Bog Beast pond, though?
I mean, we could come back here as soon as tomorrow. If we grab... These plants are native to this area, right? If we grab some things from here, we could get back here fairly easily. Unless
like
you
a
think
plan.
we need to do something here tonight.
I mean, we just
Truly
have to
am
kind of
stumped by the lake. I think we're waiting,
just waiting it out, right?
and we're just hoping that our guess is the right guess.
And when would that be? In a couple days?
I believe so. Azaria would know. Logan the player, I'm terrible with dates.
Nell like has been keeping track, so she just kind of like shoves her journal at you. Last note I have is 13 days. It might be like 12 now, but it's like for the new moon. That is. It's on the
Yep.
7th of the next month, and we're at the 26th of the current month.
So, by our first guess, we would have to wait a while anyways, so
Hope
if
that
we could go and help them, we should help them. I'm convinced.
I
Yeah,
think
let's
it would
go.
be good.
Do we want to wait a little bit to see if we get any more information from Charity or
I think
anyone
the sooner
else?
we get there, more people we can help. I'll go pick
Okay,
some
fine.
flowers. I'll be back.
Thank you.
Gonna make
The
her.
Elowen still sitting next to me.
Yeah, if Gideon's going to pick flowers, I'll be here.
probably at some point she's like grabbed your hand kind of like unknowingly, but she'll finally like make eye contact with you. My dad, he's not there. He's in the Wilder. He doesn't know.
We can send him a message as well.
Will it work?
I think there's a chance it won't, right?
Very small chance.
A small chance that it won't, but I can try a few times. Assuming this is what we're doing today. I can put some effort into it.
I can reach out to someone else too. Maybe Runa or Vesta, if she's not already there.
Vesta should be with Finn. He went to get her. I don't know if Runa left yet or not.
Maybe we should head there first and see if we can give just better information. I know it's not, we know from experience, it's not great to get a message that just tells you that things are bad. But whatever you'd like. If you want me to reach out to him now, I could do it now.
I don't know.
I think you would want to know, Elowen.
Okay.
I'll attempt to reach out to her father as well then.
All right. Can I have you roll, or do I roll this? Hold on.
It just says there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
That sounds like that's a me thing then.
That's a me.
It's
Nell
a
doesn't
me.
know
Arthur.
how this works exactly, but she like grabs her sword and like puts it into Elowen's hands. He gave me this. Is that helpful?
Yeah, I can hold on to this.
I've met him though, right?
You have.
Yeah, okay.
You feel like you have a connection.
Hello, this is Elowen, Nell's friend. We met briefly at Varmhall. There has been a disaster at Varmhall. Houses destroyed, people wounded. We're not sure of the extent. We're heading there now.
Tell him his wife's okay.
Your wife's okay.
And the kid and the babies.
And the baby's okay.
Just hear
Nell's
and the
okay.
babies.
And Finn's okay.
Oh God, your message cut off before you said something about my wife. No!
Your wife.
No!
I'll send you another message.
Oh God. Thank you for reaching out. I'll make my way back as fast as I can.
He's on his way now.
After that goes through, Dragon's gonna walk to the point of the water where like we've been kind of scoping and like try to find that space in between like the shoreline and the deep end that we're thinking is the entrance. And he's just gonna control water and part that area and just try to walk into it and look around.
So you part the water, and the ground beneath it, formerly, just sand, now that the water's taken away, turns into this compact, slushy, gross texture beneath your feet as you walk into the water. And the occasional, sucking sounds as your feet kind of, get stuck, and you further...
Everything right in those toesies.
Go, yeah. I hate sand. It gets everywhere. But you scope out the water. There are a few frogs that jump out of the wall of water and are confused and then hop back in on the other side. But as you're walking through the water and taking a look at things, can I have you make an investigation check?
Damn, not what I wanted, but it's fine. A 12.
Yeah. It's hard to say. You also don't even see the frickin' rock from where you are. Must be further down.
That's fine. How big of an area is this again? 100-foot cube. Pretty big.
Damn! So, like, you just, like, push the water, like, massively out of the way.
Yeah.
However-
It's there for up to 10 minutes. Can I have Rhea come and join me as well?
No, I'll come. Do.
All right. Rhea, I'll have you make an investigation check.
All right. Can I give myself guidance?
You
I
may.
can guide you. Oh, wait, no, I can't, because this is concentration. Never mind, I
no.
said nothing.
I'll guide myself.
Get him! You're drowned!
Well, if 32 isn't enough, is 35.
35! Let's go!
Yeah.
So, given Drax's ability to hold the water back, you, Azaria, are kind of given the free rein to walk around swiftly and try and see what you can find. And you're more attunement to nature. You kind of have a gauge on more on oddities, like what doesn't really stand out. And in that kind of band that you intuited that the forces of nature had kind of guided you. You feel like you find a bit of the sand where it almost kind of like dips a bit, like it were a pit that got filled in, or like something was underneath it.
Just like give a quick like brush move of like scooping of the dirt in that area.
Sorry, you're going to scoop?
Yeah, just like scoop some of the dirt in that area, see if you like hit something pretty quickly or anything happens.
I don't know why, but when you said it the first time, I thought you meant like you were just going to do the motion, like you were telling somebody else to do it.
Nope, I'll do it. Drax seems to have his hands full, keeping keeping himself from drowning.
Yeah, you'd
Okay.
be fine.
I'd vibe.
I would buy it while my friend drowns.
Can I have you make an athletics check?
You can have me make one.
Big roll.
Oh, look at that. I rolled a 4 on the die. That's a 2.
Oh boy. Azaria, you begin scooping the sand out, and just the heaviness of it now from compacted down by water and thick and muddy, and you kind of toss it aside. You're certain something's here, but you're quickly tired out.
Now call Abe over.
Yeah, I was about to say the same
This is
thing.
team effort. We're
Yeah,
gonna get there.
we need the team.
As Abe has been desperately trying to figure out what to do with his hands for the last hour. Well, he cleaned the camp, he put everything away. Everybody's bags are packed and ready to go.
Aw,
We can only get
so
to the
nice.
airport so early.
Airport dad.
You know,
Oh,
yeah, he'll-
the airport. Dash.
he'll run out and have a dig, I guess.
And I'll use guidance on. That's all I can help you with. I'm not good at this digging. I would hinder.
All right. So, and I believe you guys, amongst you, somebody must own a shovel.
Pretty sure.
Oh, what are we doing?
Looks
Get the
like
shovel
Gideon's
from
got one.
Gideon.
I got a shovel.
We're using our hands. I was about to offer you my spear, like that would help.
Gideon's got like a
Here's a
little
pokey
shovel.
stick.
It's not like a massive like shovel. It's like a smaller shovel, but it's still a shovel.
The shovel, nonetheless.
Don't I have like shape earth or something?
Yeah, I feel like that would help.
Snaps fingers, earth.
All right, so Abe's got a shovel, and at this point, it's roughly been about 6 minutes of the spell. So, Abe, you're going to have to get this done within 4 minutes. Ideally within 3, so, you have time to get out of the water. Although, in your case, you're not too worried. You can breathe underwater.
It's just me. I'm worried.
Can I have you make an athletics check?
I was just checking if I had inspiration or not. Oh, it's bad, folks. It is a 16.
That's with the guidance.
That is with the guidance doubled the d20 roll.
Oh.
Oh, 16.
Rolled a 2.
Not bad.
Well, so you begin digging with the aid of a shovel. I should give you advantage. You're using a fucking shovel. Roll again.
Okay. Do you want me to keep the same d4 roll?
Keep that.
Sure. Then it is 25.
Oh, there we go.
So
Now we talking.
Azaria calling you down to the spot and handing you a shovel. Abe gets to work and begins digging into the wet earth and shoveling off just behind him into a pile that at some point will just be once again reclaimed by the lake. And Abe, as you're digging, eventually there comes a point where you hit something hard. Can I have you make an intelligence check? Let's make it nature, if that's applicable for you.
Okay. Would I still be under the influence of guidance, or is it used after the roll?
Oh, it's just a
Used
single
after
roll.
the roll.
Then it is an 11.
Yeah, you hit something hard. Could be stone, could be wood. Something down there. You've hit something.
You got that, Abe?
It didn't react, so it doesn't seem like it's alive, if that.
Nice.
Is there like a thunk sound when he hit it, or?
No, just kind of a wet and ting of the shovel.
I will yell out that I hit something.
Come take a look at what you found.
All right, with the 25, you've probably still got about 2 minutes left. All right,
See if you
so
can get your hands around it or something.
So you're beginning to scoop sand out of the way to find what you've found. And slowly peeling away the layers of mud and now clay you've gotten so deep underneath the top layers. You see bone. Thick bone. Would you like to continue?
How deep would we be under the water when Drax spell ends?
Probably about 30 feet.
Okay, so no, I can't stick a javelin in this and find it.
I was
later.
also thinking that.
I mean, I'll keep going till the spell ends, and I can keep
That's
going after if we're going to be a
It's
while.
fine. I can, honestly, I will recast the spell. This is interesting.
Then yeah,
Keep going.
keep going.
I'll hold this as long as we need to.
All right. Abe, you continue to dig these fossils that you've seemed to have discovered. And as you're revealing more of it, it's a massive skull of some sort. It almost resembles something of a catfish. But there are, instead of eyes on either side of the head, it looks like there was sockets, one 2, 3. 3 eye sockets stacked on top of each other.
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. I know what we found. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm just checking if I have anything that might be condition specific. I don't think I do, but I mean, I'll roll and we'll see what happens. I'm going to use a charge of Indomitable.
Oh boy.
Rolled a 1, got it up to a... What was it, sorry? Constitution? Oh, Wisdom.
Wisdom.
I should have Wisdom proficiency because of being a samurai. It would be an 18.
As you've revealed more of the skull and got a better look at it, and you notice those 3 eye sockets, there's a moment where you're kind of transfixed on the skull, trying to figure out what the heck this thing was. And it's almost like suddenly, like, points of pink light that only you can see begin to emanate from each of those 3 sockets. And you feel this thing trying to tell you to do something. It wants you to do something. But you break off from that connection and stumble back a little bit.
The
Gabe, you
skull
okay?
tried to get me to do something. I
Skull.
resisted whatever effect it was.
Maybe
At this
that's
point,
the
Drac has
Bog
recast the
Beast.
spell, just so you know. I assume it's been time at this
Yeah.
point.
Just kind of look to the two of them like,
And I like
Is this the
take a
Bog
look
Beast?
at the skull to see if it looks like anything I can discern.
Sure, can I have you make an Arcana check?
29.
29. In the deep recesses of ancient history, beings that sought themselves the most powerful entities in the world attempted to conquer and enslave those who are weaker. This is one of them, the Aboleths. Aberrations from a different place who decided that the material plane was nice enough to call home. Thankfully, that didn't last, as evidenced. But, clearly, being dead doesn't end all things.
We'll relay that to the group. Maybe leave
Can't let
that
this
thing.
Leave it. We should destroy it. Should break that skull.
How?
Cleave it in twain, Abe.
seem like it's moved since.
Nope.
Are we
Yeah, we
sure
could-
it's a good idea to engage this now, or should we just...
No. I do not think it is.
We know where it is right now. If we come back later, this thing may come up from under the muck and attack us when we're actually trying to get into the temple.
Azaria, with your natural intelligence, you could probably discern, like, what you guys could do is, like, tie a rope around a stone and leave something that, like, floats. So that you could leave that rock at the bottom and then, essentially buoy yourself a signal.
No. The idea is like we need to bury it, have enough rope. It's only 30 feet up, so a 50-foot rope would work. And then just put something that floats on it, like a bottle. Nor it is, rebury it, deal with this when we're all in a right headspace.
It's a good point. All right, I'll hold this up here as long as we need.
I'll like take my 30 or my 50 feet of rope, take like an empty bottle from one of my brewer's kit, and just kind of tie the rope to some rocks and place it there and let A bury it.
Very good. Somebody make a note of that.
Yeah.
But in any case, you rebury the skull, no problem. And once you are all set and give Drac the go-ahead to release the water comes back in, bringing some chaos to the once absolute pristine surface until it finally rests again, and then boop, the bottle emerges from the water.
Just reconvene with the group.
So we found a creepy skull.
Found a creepy skull.
Yeah. Like creatures that tried to take over the material plane eons ago.
Great.
Okay.
So that's there.
Yeah.
It's
Super.
as long as it's dead, I guess.
Kind of
Wonder
dead.
if that's the beast that this bog is named after.
Kind
Doesn't-
of dead. Gideon
So I have
snaps
to
to
do-
Zarya. I certainly hope not.
Me too.
It
Operations
kind
are
of- it
very much in the realm of kill as a druid.
Yeah, I told y'all this story.
Yeah.
Back in the cemetery in, was it Brumbar? I think it was Brumbar.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's
We
plenty
scared
of stories.
those kids.
Yeah.
The
That is fun. Are we gonna go to Varmhall?
Great question. I have all these flowers if we for you just to take us back.
Well, that'll be helpful to get back here. Yes, thank you. I'll collect those from you.
should we check in to see if there is a way for us to help?
I asked, she didn't answer. I think it's worth going anyways. I think it'll be nice to see people.
Yeah. More hands, lighter work, and yeah, just to confirm things.
We can come back here tomorrow.
Right then.
At the beginning of everything happening in the water, if Elowen was still with Nell, you would have felt like energy being passed to you to regain one of the spell slots you used to cast Sending.
Oh, thanks.
How long did they take fucking around in the water?
Well, more than
least-
10 minutes.
More than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Would have been like 20 probably.
Yeah. If your thing requires a short rest, we'll say it's a short rest, because I'm fine with that.
Sick.
All right. So, what's the plan?
Well, you got that sword last time we were there, yes, Nell? That might be a good object. I think the more
I think-
recently it's been removed from his face, the better.
Okay.
Unless you have something else.
I think at some point during all of this, like, Nell found in her bag, like, the tabard she was no longer allowed to wear, and it's just been, like worrying it, essentially. Just, it's not as recent as the sword. Worried about the sword having wilder stuff attached to it, though.
That's kind of fair.
There.
So,
Damn.
you can use this if you want.
Okay.
then I will attempt to use that tabard to, well, when we're all ready, to channel a portal to move us all over to Varmhall.
We packed all our bags, so we're good to go.
Yeah. Associated object is 100% chance.
Well.
I was just like,
Although
I'm not rolling no dice, actually. Sorry.
I hate teleportation for that. Although it does, I mean, if we want to be like rules lawyery, it is supposed to be an object that was there in the last, that we took in the last 6 months. That's why I suggested the sword, but I think we have an object.
It's only been 3 months since I've left, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've taken things from there in the last 6 months.
Oh, for sure. So, when the party is all ready, Elwyn, you prepare your casting. And your first proper teleport spell is active. Would you care to describe how your teleportation, that isn't teleportation circle, manifests?
Fascinating. I guess in my mind, like, yeah, it's maybe like where teleportation circle is more like runes drawn on the ground. This is maybe more something that like is like kind of dome-like it kind of like sprouts up and around all of us and circles us. I think it's that same like kind of green gold magic that we've seen from Elwyn since, you know, we've started doing our own thing. Yeah, kind of green with gold shimmers. That
Nice.
encapsulates us, and then it kind of, yeah, I think from like the inside we kind of see it like come around us, and then it like, you know, does the reverse, and then you're in a new space.
All right. Well, in that case, you're all awash in this sudden growing light, and a moment in it, it's comforting. It feels homey. And then this bright green gold light kind of wisps away like it were a mist, and you find yourselves in the entrance to Varmhall village. Many of the houses are in shambles. The entire plateau is just like the structures up there, including the tree. The tree is, you can't even see the tree, but there are pieces of the community house that's just destroyed. Same thing with your parents' homes and the guest home up there, the grandparents' place up there. And there's a few pieces of earth that had kind of flown off further from that and hit other places. One of the story totems has kind of been knocked over. Thankfully, a lot of them were set far enough back that they were kind of out of range. And you actually already find that Charity is here and is like using magic to pick up boulders and move things off and whatnot. And of course, there are people around who are getting bandaged up and people who are dragging others out on like cots. And you see your mother as well. She's just running around helping, carrying the smallest baby in her arm and just doing all she can.
Mama! And Nell will run at her.
Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, and she leaves her one arm open to get you in on a big hug. And she pulls you in the moment you get to her and just hugs you tight. And your baby brother has like clearly been crying recently and is just like tear stained down his face. And he looks up at you and like recognition and a little bit of a smile.
Is everyone okay? What can we do?
Well, thankfully, the mage there showed up and started helping move things around. If you can, just go through the debris and see if you can find anybody in any of the destroyed homes. Make sure we can get everybody out that we can.
What?
Anti-Nerwans among the lost.
Buried or dead?
Dead. Your cousin's all right, though. It's okay. Come here. And she just pulls you in again. How did you get here so fast?
Magic.
Figures. I'm sorry. It's not really the homecoming that you'd probably want, but we've got to get to work.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Is Runa... had she left already?
Yeah, she has already gone. But Finn and Vesta came back in time to have all the fun. So you'll probably find them here as well.
We'll get to work.
Thank you, love. Actually, if you don't mind, and she hands you your baby brother.
Baby sister.
Baby sister, my apologies. If you could take her for a little bit, I'll see what more I could do. Kind of my responsibility, but yeah. Okay. I'll find you later. And she heads off and begins to help people move more pieces of earth that have fallen. And otherwise, there are small fires that have caught from some houses that had hearths that were still going. But for the most part, they're under control. People who are crying, yelling out for people's names. Thankfully, the story hall had a piece kind of go through the front, but otherwise the place is pretty well intact. It seemed far enough set back.
Is it just like boulders everywhere, or is there like one big chunk that's come down?
It's like it was a big chunk and came crashing down and since broke off into several pieces.
What happened to the well?
You may go take a look at it. Is anybody else doing anything?
I want to investigate one of these pieces of rock just to see if it feels. Someone who knows a lot about the earth and stuff just feels different from our geography.
Is it earth rock?
Is it
First,
earth rock or
feeling a
is
little
it
moony?
moon rock?
Is it made of cheese?
Oh, true. Give it a lick.
For the most part, a lot of it is actually dirt. Like, it is a lot of just earth, but there are like large stones within it. So you can pretty easily tell, unless the moon is also made out of the same as Meadowzan. This is from this planet.
I mean, that's similarly reassuring and unassuring.
Now, you get to the life spring, and looking into it, it seems like any of the earth that had fallen into it has since sunk to the bottom or just kind of washed itself away. There are a few leaves that float on the top, remnants of that tree that Azaria's brother had set up. And they still dimly glow, ever so faintly. But aside from these leaves, the water's as clean as ever.
I kind of tuck Liv underneath my chin and just like take a second, just breathe her in and comforted that she's fine.
She like
I'm gonna
grabs your face.
It's gonna be okay. Turn back to everyone else. People are still trapped. Whatever we can do to help get them out, help people find loved ones, stuff like that.
Yeah, I
By
think
this
as
point,
You got it.
while you were talking to your mother, Gideon would have like walked past, like ran past you, maybe like put his hand on your shoulder for a second, and just like nodded and like sprinted off with his first aid bag, basically shouting like, "I have healing. Who's injured?" Like he's just running.
I'll
I
burn
think
through
Elwyn-
all my spell slots healing people.
Yeah. Elwyn, I think, would have gone up to Charity to see what she was doing. I also know telekinesis, so if there's other large chunks that need to move, Elwyn can help tag team things with Charity or move the things that need to be moved.
Oh, well, I didn't expect you to get back here so quick. Wasn't it just like yesterday that I saw you? Well, I suppose this is a pretty
Not too
important
long
issue.
ago. I was paying attention to how you moved us out to the Wildeglen. Figured out how to copy you.
You are such a fast learner. All right, well, then perhaps you might be able to catch on to this as well. And she begins to cast the telekinesis spell and begin to move large chunks of earth and like off to the side and whatnot. And the two of you help out in that regard. Anybody else? How are you helping?
Rack would run over to like, I guess like the medic area, kind of trailing behind Gideon after taking in the convo with Nell and her mother, and just seeing like, who can he help? Is there anyone who requires like, bigger healing that he could offer that?
I mean, you're aware that Auntie Nerwin died.
Yeah, I don't know how long ago that was though. I also don't have the spell prepared to be able to bring them back.
Oh wait, I do, but it wasn't recent. I'm guessing because we fucking sat around for like an hour plus, right?
Well, that
it's
depends on
either-
which spell.
It depends
you're
on, it's
talking
either
about.
a minute or it's 10 days. So
Okay. Well, I obviously don't have the 10-day one, but
But we could do that tomorrow.
I could.
Adam?
I'll just like go over and try to get a lay of the land of like who's passed and who I can talk to.
All right.
Abe will just clear debris.
I think
Dig.
Nell, in like a very practiced motion, takes off her cloak and like basically makes like a sling with it, like for carrying Liv, and like kind of has her on her back, and then she might grab you, Abe, specifically, and be like, I don't know about my grandparents. Can you come with me?
Actually, I was about to ask the same, and you turn to the voice. And it is a figure that none of you have seen before, with the exception of Nell. A elven Goliath-looking woman with salt and peppery kind of hair, and oh dear, what's the term?
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo. So like a copper skin tone similar to Runa, but also these patches of more pale skin that model her face. Well, I'm glad you're able to get home. I'm about to go check up on the grandparents up there. And hello, nice to meet you. As she turns to Abe.
Abe,
Pleasure to meet
this
you as
is
well.
Vesta. Vesta, this is Abe.
A pleasure. I see you've made some friends on your travel.
I have.
It's good. It's good for you. All right, well, bring your friend. We're going to go check.
Okay.
And Vesta leads the way. It is rough getting up to the top of the plateau. Like, a lot of you essentially have to, like, climb up now because everything's just covered in dirt. And as stated before, like almost the entirety of the structures here are just destroyed. Like there are wooden beams and stuff that still show formerly where some frames of houses had been, but for the most part, nothing still stands. The ever-burning fire is out. The tree is no longer there. And it looks like that the grandparents' house has been completely covered in rubble of this attack.
Upon seeing the state of their house, I'm going to cast Locate Creature on Ollie.
Interesting. I'm never so familiar with these locate spells.
I can sense the direction
Yes.
of the creature within 1,000 feet.
Yeah. So, yeah, easy peasy. You detect her underneath the rubble.
She's there. She's underneath. And Nell will just like start going, like start trying to like lift and move rubble out of the way.
Vesta goes and begins helping as well, beginning to move dirt and move any wooden beams.
Yep. Abe will get in there.
After a short amount of time, the three of you digging through this rubble, you find that suddenly it heaves up in a huge explosion as Amdus just like lets out this courageous yell, and just beams of wood and dirt just fly in every direction, and begins patting himself off, and then puts a hand down to Ollie and helps her up to her feet.
It's my boy. It's my fucking boy.
Are you okay? Nell just kind of like throws herself at them both.
I don't know who tried to put me in the ground so early, but they're not going to do it like that.
She'll just grab Ollie's face in her hands and is like checking for like wounds and stuff. And we'll cast just like she'll like pump some lay on hands into her.
No, dear, I'm fine.
I mean, I know you're fucking hardcore, but you were just buried under your house, so please.
Oh dear. And she pulls you in, and you feel soft tears stream down her face, and she rubs your back. Oh, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Oh, thank you, Vesta, too, for coming home. Oh, and hello again, what was your name there again?
Abe.
Nice to see you again, Abe. I'm so glad you could be here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as hospitable this time around, I believe. I mean, well, I'm sure you still have good company, but not as good lodging, I think. As she like looks at the remnants of their house.
I came here for the company anyway, so.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Well, I think we're the only ones left up here at the time, so I think we're all good here. Though, if there's somewhere for a lie down, I would like that.
I look over to Vesta. Where are they setting up healing and all of that?
For the most part, there are some structures that still stand near the entrance of the village, so there are a couple of guest beds there, but too many people, so. But I'm sure they'll make a spot for the former leader of the village.
Yeah. Have you seen Dalen at all?
Yes, I did see him. He's just frazzled, but he's fine.
Okay.
If you're looking for him, I think he's over in front of his building. There are bigger troubles going on, but of course he's complaining about this story hall.
Was it destroyed?
No, just the front was a little damaged. Honestly, it got out pretty good considering a lot of the buildings here.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Where do you need us most?
well, if you want to help Ollie down back to where all the medics and stuff are, I'm gonna keep going around, and if I have a specific task for you, I'll come and find you.
Okay.
All
Danny,
right?
may I?
Yes.
Amdis will probably help his wife down to the medical area as well. Then after which he will rip his shirt off and start helping lift things.
Of fucking course he will. Oh, wonderful.
The shirt ripping part. Like really.
He's getting in there. All right. He exposes the full keg that rests beneath his garments. All right.
You come here for the storytelling and the granddad bods.
That's it. Haven't pulled my back yet, so gotta get to work.
So, as the day kind of carries on and you all help in your various ways. Nell, I also, on your way back down, you notice where the tree had been. You see amidst the rubble there that gnarled branch of a staff that originally had been what Azaria's brother had before it was turned into a tree. It seems that it reverted back to its staff form.
I'll pick it up and hold on to it until I see Rhea.
Don't see Ria around anymore, but there is a draft force that is letting people like tie logs and stuff, and is just pulling everything. This is the strongest I have ever felt.
Let's go, Rhea. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? Why didn't you turn into a crab back at the lake?
Why do I need to be a crab?
You can already breathe underwater.
I can breathe underwater.
No, to get into the sand.
I actually don't think I can be a crab. Don't they have a swim speed?
Oh.
I got one more level till that.
Oh. Well, very well played. I keep forgetting how not druid you are. But a lot of you spend most of your day assisting in finding people and helping those who were injured and people who weren't able to get out of their homes in time. For the most part, you think you got quite a few people. As far as like the village count goes, I think it was like approximately 200 people in the village. There's been probably about 20 deaths, 50 wounded. Other than that, everybody else seems pretty alright. And a lot of rebuilding that'll need to happen.
I think near the end of the day when things are looking like we've kind of accounted for everyone and it's just like rebuilding at this point, I'm gonna seek out two people. I'm gonna seek out Charity first, wherever she is.
Okay, yeah, she's pretty easy to spot in this instance, as her displays of magic assistance quite stand out in comparison to her own stature. Some of the heaviest lifting being done by two of the shortest people in this village.
But I'll just approach and say, Charity, thank you so much for letting me know and for coming here. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it.
I don't even know what to say. it just doesn't sit right with me. And of course, if you have the means, why wouldn't I help?
I think Nell just like scoops Charity up into a big hug.
Please don't
And then-
make a habit of this.
Puts her back down.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Thank you.
You know, I think I don't want to say this out of... Well, I think you're probably the bravest person to have even attempted that.
What? Hugging you?
Well, picking up hug.
Oh. Sorry.
You know,
if
not
it
many
was-
people look at the Grand Arcanist and go, I'm gonna pick up the Grand Arcanist.
Yeah. I've never been very good at knowing how much deference to show someone, so.
No, that's okay. Well, I'll definitely be able to laugh back on it for a while.
Good.
I hope that you're all okay. And, I guess you might need me even less now. Apparently, Elowen's been picking up a few of my tricks.
She is a force to be reckoned with.
You
But
all.
I think with everything going on, I think we'll all end up needing as much help as we can get.
Absolutely. Though I also have this feeling that things are going to become more difficult before they become easy, so keep yourselves flexible. Reach out if you need anything, but I feel like many people are going to begin reaching out to me, so if you can, just keep me updated.
We will.
And she just like pats you on your hip because that's about as high as she can reach. Well, I guess I better rest up so I can leave in the morning and see how to follow up on this.
Nell just kind of nod and then like leave her be. And then I'm gonna try and find my aunt Inga, assuming that she's probably sitting with her wife's body.
Yeah. You find her and your aunt. Well, both of your aunts. Inga is on her knees, just silent, head bowed, eyes closed, and laying on a stretcher cot is the body of your Auntie Nerwin. And your Dragonborn cousin is underneath Inga's one arm, and they're just crying. But Inga is just solemn and quiet. Upon your approach, Inga looks up. Now,
Hi. Just kneel down on the other side and gently take Nerwin's hand and just kind of sit with him silently.
what will you remember her for?
When I I froze everyone. Not that you remember, but she was the only one not part of it. And she just helped me. I was terrified. And I left. But at least I knew that she was keeping an eye on everyone. I would never have been able to repay her for that.
She wouldn't have ever expected you to. She's proud of you. And she rests a hand on her chest. My heart will always be with her. May she find warmth at the hearth. I'm glad that you're here now.
Glad I could help. Even a little.
She begins this kind of like humming kind of melody and tries to like soothe your cousin who's still sobbing a bit. It just kind of rocks them back and forth. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It'll all be okay. And that's where we'll take a break. Wow. Damn, guys. You know,
so fun to play this game.
you know, there's the part of me that's also like looking at the screen as I'm doing these like deep conversations, like I'm wearing fucking barriers.
It's so funny because at some point I started seeing them as like blonde victory rolls, and so I've just been like, "Oh, Danny looks fabulous right
Got
now."
his little fun buns going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh boy.
All right, we'll take a few minutes here. We'll get a breather, do whatnot. We'll be back here in a few. Bye-bye. And hello again, everybody. Welcome back from the break. So, where we let off before we took our break, the party has made their way into Varmhall village, seen the destruction that had occurred there, and began helping rescue anybody who was trapped underneath rubble, reclaiming bodies. And yeah, now it's probably about at this point where the night is settling on, and everybody's just trying to make do, setting up tents, that those who are able to find tents and whatnot from the homes that weren't destroyed, and setting up the younger and older folks in some of the houses that are still standing. What are you all doing?
At some point, I'll come up to Nell and ask if she'd like me to reach out to Bruna to let her know what's going on.
Yes. Please. Just tell her. Don't tell her about Naren, but let her know that everyone else is okay. Maybe ask where she is.
Yeah.
She went east, right?
Yeah, I believe so, because she was going for the hard mode.
Yeah. I don't know how this feels like too many things to fit in, but of course I want to know if she's run into any fucking demons, but well, it's fine.
It's late enough at night. Nothing's gonna happen, right? So I can send a couple of these.
Yeah, you're not gonna need that.
Last words.
I can juice you up again too. I have one more.
I can juice myself up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so just start with the Varmhall stuff, and then we'll see from there.
Okay.
But yeah, ask her where she is if you can.
Yeah, I'll send her the same kind of message I sent to Nell's dad. Hi.
Elowen, there has been a destruction at Varmhall. We are here now. Here now. Nell is safe. Everyone's safe. No need to come home, but Nell would like to know where you are.
Oh, thank you for reaching out to me. I'm, I think I'm near the Zundian Woodland. It's on the east side of the Rinzar Peaks. Just camping out and haven't seen a whole lot. Hope everyone's okay.
I'll relay back to Nell.
Sounds like somebody's looking at the map.
I am. She was so close to us. I mean, relatively speaking, but that's like, it's that and then a river and then the dark wood where we just were. That's crazy.
Which is only like a few days away.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind sending her again, tell her that tomorrow, most likely, or in like whatever the next couple of days, we're actually going to be back at the Lake of the Bog Beast. So we're like in her neck of the woods, and then tell her about like the whatever the fuck's happening in the Dragonfire Wastes with the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send her another message.
Ooh. And the next day, we will be heading back out that direction. We've been camping at the Darkwood. Watch out for demons in the Dragonfire Waste. And also creatures in the sky we've seen around there. Just be careful.
All right, thank you for the heads up. Were you able to kill any out of curiosity?
Demons? Kill any what?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, we're doing infinite sending now. Yeah. demons.
Yeah, who needs spell slots?
Banana.
Well, I'll let Nell again know. Is there anything else you want me to tell her? Otherwise, I'm probably just not going to reply to this.
Yeah, she clearly has no grasp on like how the magic works. It's just like, oh, this must just be a thing that she could do.
Can't. I mean, nothing. I think that's super pertinent to her right now. Maybe tomorrow I'll think of something, but thank you.
Yes. It's only fair that she knows what's going on as well.
Yeah.
I will maybe send her another message tomorrow. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it tonight, you know?
Girl,
I'll just
how
let her
going?
know. I will let her know this time.
Okay. This is not infinite. This is the last message I'm going to send you tonight. No, we haven't killed any demons. We're working on things. I'll let you know if anything else comes up.
All right, noted. Well, it's nice talking to somebody while I could.
Brutal. She's by herself?
Are you asking this to me?
Oh, yeah.
Is she by herself?
That is typically how it's supposed to go. The original plan was that we were going to travel together, but that was unusual, and it was only because I was too scared to leave by myself until I was forced to. So, I mean, she's not really going towards an area that's super populated, so it does get a little lonely.
I can imagine so. Well, she sounded like she was in good spirits.
It's good. She usually is, so. Good that she didn't see this.
I tried to keep it vague, to let her know that something had happened.
I appreciate it.
Nell, you remember that you've been carrying this staff around as well.
Oh. Whenever Rhea is no longer a horse, I'll go over to them. Or maybe I'll go over while you're still like at the tail end of being a horse.
Nay, nay, nay.
The tail end.
Oh,
Try to feed you some oats.
I will take the oats. I feel like Nell needs this.
You actually
right
didn't
now.
find
I'm like,
Rhea.
yeah, this is what Nell
It's
wants.
just like a
This is
random-
going to help.
You got a random horse.
That's so fun. Much funnier if I'm just like talking to this random horse. Rhea, I really appreciate you helping and using your magic in this way. I think it's really special, you know, the way that our communities are bonded like this, and
meanwhile, Rhea's over here like,
just fully listening in. But whenever you're ready, to come out of your horse form, just let me know. I have something that belongs to you. But no pressure.
Yeah, the horse beside that one will become Rhea.
mysterious cow, moo.
Hey, I knew that you weren't this one.
Just think all horses look the same.
Can hear Anthony clearly.
Yeah, I'll just shake that off and then be like, oh, I was sad to see that the tree was gone, but I think it could be planted again. And I'll hand the staff over to you.
Yeah, I think it can. I think once the village is kind of back on its feet. You know what? When we finish our task, you and I will plant this together.
Oh. Nell starts weeping.
Like, just give Nell the biggest hug.
Oh. I'm too emotional. I have to call it a night.
Hey, I was there right at the beginning, so if I don't get to leave, neither do you.
No.
The symbol of new beginnings.
I think that'll be really nice.
Me too. How are you holding up?
I'm glad we were able to come. It helps to feel useful, to see it myself versus just imagining the worst. Oh, it feels like a part of me died a little bit, but I know that this place isn't my home, but it was really special. And they're going to rebuild it, I know that, but it'll always be a little bit different.
I get that.
And obviously that now in retrospect sounds really callous to say to you because this was your place first, but
Not what I meant, but
yeah, I know.
yeah, no. Yeah, it takes a while to like get used to when things change from what they were, but we continue on, we get stronger, and I think this place was in a better state than when I had left when you had come here, and they'll grow and become stronger, and it's all we can do.
The amount of life you've lived, does it warp how you see things? How time and people and everything past you, or they just... does everything just look really small?
I think there's a level of perspective I get to see that a lot of people don't. A lot of people only get to experience the less than a century given to them, and that can sometimes make certain things feel like, you know, they'll never get better, or things, you know, you don't get to see kind of the long term where things go, and I have. But at the same time, I get to, you know, live with losing friends over and over, and loved ones, and communities, and everything, and that doesn't get easier just because I lived hundreds upon hundreds of years. Yeah, I don't think anyone ever feels or looks small because of that. Like, I'll know Gideon for 60 more years maybe, and I'll continue on for 100 more, but those 60 years knowing Gideon will mean a lot, just like knowing other elves and stuff for hundreds and hundreds of years. And I'll keep you company for a long time. We'll be stuck together.
Well, I hope you never get sick of me.
I don't think I can.
Now I'll just give you another hug. And then I guess we can make our way back to everyone else.
Just as you're about to take off, Charity walks up to the two of you. Do you know where the rest of the Seekers are? I think there's a conversation. If you wouldn't mind meeting me over, let's say the Life Spring, because that's pretty easy to find. I'll go find the others as well.
Sure.
Or if you don't mind also trying to find them and then meet there, and yeah.
Why don't you just go to the Life Spring, and then we'll collect everyone. I think I know where they are.
Sure, all right. That works with me as well. And she makes her way on over to the Life Spring.
I'll just raise an eyebrow at Rhea.
I'm concerned.
Like, very, like, under my breath, I'll say, as we're kind of, like, going to find people. She never got back to me when I mentioned Gideon's soul scar. I don't know if it's about that, though, but...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so many things right now it could be.
Maybe another town got obliterated.
Yeah. Maybe that stuff falling has caused something in the Life Spring, and what's under it.
God, let's hope not.
Told her about that? We should just make sure she knows.
Yeah, if not, we can tell her.
It was probably in one of your reports. I mean, you've been telling her all the druid stuff, so...
Oh, true, yeah, it would have been in one of those then.
Yeah. I guess we just collect everyone.
All right. So, finding the other members of your party there, you all meet at the Life Spring, where Charity Cozybug is awaiting you all. At this point, it's like the sun is set. Like, there are fires that have been set up for people to, get heat around and such, and the makeshift tent village has been established. So a lot of people are mostly near the entrance of the village now, so nobody's really in the center anymore. So it's just kind of your group. When a lot of you get there, Charity says, so, well, firstly, thank you all for your help here today. This is, I know, important for Nell, but also for all these people that lived here. So you all truly deserve the titles that have been bestowed upon you. But I wanted to point out some things that I noticed during the cleanup. And she proceeds to produce from, like, pockets within her cloak a crystal-like shard, a blue-like gem, and then also a piece of white stone. So, I believe, well, I'm sure Azaria can probably identify what these are. Azaria, they are a soul shard, a water elemental gem, and alabaster. I don't know why a soul shard was found in this, and I'm sure we could probably find more. But the water gem and the alabaster has me concerned that a piece of the trainway has been ripped up.
How would that be possible? I mean, you were moving boulders, but this is the scale of this.
Do not know. I could not tell you. But I think we'll learn more once we hear any reports of damage to the trainway.
Are you aware of damage to the trainway?
That was not what was reported to me. I mean, as far as, emergencies things go, where lives are in immediate danger, that's typically what gets brought up first. I'm sure it's going to be on the docket of things if this is the case. Or it's coincidental. Maybe they're spell components. But based on what they are, I don't think so.
Were these all found within, one, house specifically when clearing the rubble, or throughout?
It was found amidst the rubble.
Just scattered across the village, or in one specific place?
Well, the alabaster and the water elemental gem, yes, but the soul shard was elsewhere.
Kartrak there's been stuff going on. Wait, Abe, your chest, when did it start? You woke up recently.
Last night.
Oh.
That trainway runs right past Balesville, does it not?
It certainly does.
Yes.
We know that Charity, or that Kartrak, the people have been disappearing, right? The Starborn? Could there have been some sort of ritual to remove their shards?
I am so sick of Kartrak.
You're
Yeah.
telling us.
Hundreds of years of sickness of him. We've had a few months.
In any case, go ahead now.
If their shards are removed, they're dead, aren't they?
Yes.
But Abe felt something too. Was he just too far away?
I never messaged Fruce in Starcross.
Oh.
Can right now if you want, Abe.
It's probably a good idea.
Sure. I'll fire a quick message over to Mr. Fruce. Just say, long time no talk. Mr. Fruce, it's Drac from the Seekers. Hope you're doing well. Just checking in. There's been some worrying stuff happening with Argon folk lately.
A couple of moments pass. And what now? Oh, right. Yeah. Good job. I'm not in a good space to talk right now. I don't know where I am. It's dark. If you wouldn't mind helping, that'd be great. The message ends.
It's like he was nabbed. He doesn't know
But
where
not
he is.
killed.
No. So if Cardrack has figured out a way to lift entire sections of Earth and throw them at other places, I'm assuming that requires pretty powerful energy. Would a soul shard be powerful enough to be used for that? Like a miniature bomb?
Could be using several.
Or can be used to amplify the power of a spell? Didn't we use one to bring Abe back originally?
He's going to bring me back.
Oh, to bring Rhea back. So if he had several, could he, what you were doing before, could he make that spell bigger?
The problem with soul shards is that they're tied into Salarmancy, which is incredibly dangerous, but also incredibly powerful. So if back Valenbridge, the book was stolen. Salarmancy book. Maybe he found something in there. If they're the one that took it, I think it's pretty obvious who's responsible for all this.
You hear of a rock crashing down near Balesville recently?
I think
Maybe
we
they were
did, yes.
testing something out.
I think you're onto something. I think they're testing things and that they're upping the scale.
So they drop one in some harmless river and then nuke a village? 200 people?
Not just a village that said no.
And if a village that did say yes would be a powerful enemy. I mean, yes, to our side, I mean, against them. I mean, motives there. How he's done this, I have no idea. That would also require getting the land from wherever he got it, and if it is from the trainway, then that's nowhere near here. So either that would involve actively transporting it via, I don't know, flight or teleportation.
I mean, someone said, the news said like the sky was darker than like the night when this fell.
Have there been any other encounters with dark skies that you can think of?
Stars are starting to go.
There's a hole forming in the moon.
You've not noticed?
No, I've been a little busy.
Yeah, let's...
Yeah, you gotta look at the sky every once in a while, Charity.
I assume you're handling it.
Well,
We're trying to.
But we feel like we have about like a week until we can do something on that.
Oh,
Yeah, it started as a pinprick. It's like a little dot of darkness on the moon. And now, like ink seeping on a page, it's just growing.
so
At first, I thought it was a piece of the moon that fell and hit Varmhall. But this rock seems like it's from here, right, Maria?
no,
Well,
it's definitely of the material plane.
if we think that this section is from the railway, it's sort of like the dirt. Is it more like, like fertile soil, or is it like sandy desert dirt?
It's more like it's fertile, but it's let's have you make a nature check.
22.
Yeah, it's like savanna-like terrain.
So, like, from Grassfire area?
Like near Balesville? Like just south of there?
Well, I'm sure I'll hear more about this in the morning. What I
Is
hear,
that
I'll...
not where that other enclave was? In that general direction?
In the Gaji Valley.
South of Starcross, no?
South of Starcross, is that where it was?
I don't remember direction, I just remember it's somewhere in that.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Okay. Go flip back through my notes. It's been a while since I've thought of it.
Well, I'll be teleporting back to Brolbar in the morning, and whatever I hear, I'll relay to you.
Did the learned be
Yes.
apprised of this information? Probably.
In fact, they probably have more information than I do, because, they're not out in the field, so to say.
In the
Figure
morning,
out where
let's...
Well, we can call
we
them.
can do that now on our sending zones.
Oh, right. Yes, brilliant.
I'll...
I fully forgot we had that.
Alright, I'll never forget. Yeah, I'll just... what do we want to ask? Hey, is part of the railway missing?
Yeah, if they know what part has been destroyed, that's something. If they've heard anything else.
Yeah, like if they've heard any reports of the railroad being destroyed or like anything else. Yeah.
And I'll send that as a quick message. Has any part of the railway been destroyed, tampered with? We're in Varmhall.
You get Dream Juné on the line. Yes, we had received news that there had been damage to the trainway just north of Balesville in the kind of upper meadow fields region.
I think we found where that damage went.
Oh.
You want to tell them what happened, Rhea, or
Charity
Look,
says
the charity is
they-
like they know, I assume.
they do. That was the first news.
Oh.
So
How did you find out about Varmhall?
New Fugleby Q sent us a message saying that something had happened in Varmhall and looked like a big chunk of earth fell out of the sky, so we clearly took that to not be good news. And so I rushed on.
If he tries this again, what can we possibly do to protect the next area that he targets? What if it's Rollbar or I don't know, or Keep, even if he's like trying to send a message to us?
I think we're going to have to prioritize whatever spies we have going into Balesville, that they find out what that plan is, if they're behind it, what their next target is, and what that timeline looks like.
We may not have time to wait for that information.
You might be
What
right.
else can we do?
Accelerate our plans to take Kardrak down.
No, what you're doing is very important. Let me do it.
Charity, you can't do it alone. Even all the Milej on your side, I still think having us there would be necessary.
I think I can scrounge up some old friends to possibly help me with this. Just might require calling in some favors.
If the plan is to, like, take out Kardrak, killing him, I think, will kill the Ascendancy. He'll be martyred. He dies, and that gives all the farmers in Balesville who are standing behind him that fear of, oh, we don't agree with the Ascendancy, will take us out. And those other towns on the edge?
I absolutely agree. No, this isn't an assassination mission. That's not who I am. No, dear. I am merely proposing that whoever I'm able to collect, some of us will infiltrate and see what we can find.
Can you get your spies to ask around and see if people are still scared of magic there? 'Cause I don't know how they'd react if they found out that Kardrak was not only a magic user, but user of a very heinous form of it.
I mean, if things are as rotten as they are, he's probably made them fine with it. Maybe they don't know. I don't know. He's always been a bit of a silvery-tongued snake, so I shouldn't say that.
He kept
Kardrak
himself
used to
dead.
be a good man.
He was dead for a very long time. And, well, dead. I don't know if the people there know that either. We lived simple lives there. We didn't. We just traded. We just lived very simple lives
That is
for everything.
That is an unfortunate thing about simple folk. Simple lives lead to simple answers. And if you can justify things in a simple way, that's the way to do it. But I think more information is what is necessary. I will personally get in there with whoever I can get. And I assure you, they'll keep me safe. If that's what you're concerned about. Worried about the Grand Arcanist.
I'm worried about you getting a brain put in your head that's not yours.
I've already
Because
gone through body switching. I think I'll be fine.
Right. Okay. Just be careful, because you're very powerful. If you were suddenly switching sides, that would be very bad for everyone.
You might have a good point. All right, well, I'll ruminate on that. And
Is there magic that can stop that from happening before it happens? Like a shield around your brain or something? I don't know.
I assume a high intellect might protect one from such kind of things, so hopefully I've got that going for me.
Well, some backup plans never hurt.
Absolutely.
Or if they eat the brain, it might make the meal a little tastier. Who knows?
Not to be morbid or anything, right, Gideon?
Norm is my middle name, Drac. Working on the hope thing. Promise.
It's all right. But in any case, I think what a lot of you are doing is very important. Like, I'm not going to try and persuade you, because it sounds like if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, it's going to add badly for all of us. If... Honestly, just by the dire look of things, Kardrak is small potatoes in comparison.
I hate a world where a man who can throw rocks from the sky is small potatoes.
And yet, here we
Yeah.
live.
Unless he is the small potato as part of a much bigger stew.
I'm afraid that's exactly the scenario we find ourselves in.
Somebody's cooking up a fucked up stew.
Great, now I'm hungry again.
I can amend that.
You know what? Would you mind if I joined you?
Please.
I think all these people could go with a good meal.
Fair. I'll see what's left of the
I
kitchen.
think you could just whip up something for 200 people, right?
Well, yeah, I'll see what's left of the kitchen.
Well, we have our own supplies too, no?
Yeah, but we don't got enough for 200 people in our cart. Well, we didn't bring the cart with us, we teleported. We got a bag of holding.
Yeah, I can only make 4 gallons of beer, so I've only got so much helping I can provide.
And only so much mayonnaise, so.
Yay! Logan made Rhea the alcoholic this time, and not me. All right, well, let's see what we can whip up for these people. I'll touch base with you all in the morning. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to head back to Brulbar. And like I said, if I learn anything more, I'll be in touch. Right. Well, let's have something to eat then. And she just walks back towards where the rest of the people are staying.
Are those leaves still glowing on the life spring?
They have since gone out.
Did you describe them as glowing?
Like, dimly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. So,
That's okay, it's an emotional time for you, I get it.
yeah.
How you doing now?
Well, it could have been worse. Still not great.
We can
Thank
try to
you.
help Nearwin in the morning.
How hasn't too much time passed?
If this happened yesterday over the last night, I have a powerful spell. I can try to bring her back. I might try something tonight too, but that one is a long shot. But I'd like to speak to Inga and what was the young dragonborn? Roland?
It's a great question. My cat is lying on my arm, so I can't look at my list of NPCs.
I remember
You
there was like
certainly-
Broloom or something like that.
You certainly have a name, though.
Ole. Damn it! Nope, that's all the family trees minus Nell's.
I got it. I can do it.
Okay, I'm going to ask for their blessing. Just try to bless the body and see if they actually would want that. It's a hard conversation to have. You can't just walk up to someone and be like, "Hey, do you want your dead wife back?"
Yeah.
Would you like to
Obviously-
get your wife back?
Obviously, I want that, but it's not my decision to make. But it's also a question of we try not to have favoritism here. So
Yes.
to bring back her, even though she's so special to us, everyone else who died was special to their people too. So it'll be up to them. But either way, thank you for offering it all.
So do you think I should try anyways tomorrow? Or should I just not? And I feel like if I have the ability to save someone, I should.
I would ask.
I'll speak to Inga tonight. Hopefully
you.
then she has some time to sleep on it if she sleeps at all. Gifts can sometimes be a curse, it seems.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't help everyone.
It's true. But we all did a great job helping what we could today, friends, so we should be proud.
Yeah. I think Nell just like take in all of her friends and just say, I don't really know what I would have done if you guys weren't here to help, so thank you. I keep saying it, and it's losing any meaning, it feels like, because I feel like there should be something more I can say, but I will. I don't know. I'll do everything in my power to, I guess, not make it up to you necessarily, but I owe you guys a great deal.
You don't need to thank us for this.
You have done more than enough for us. Up until this point, we'll continue to support each other.
Family. We don't leave family behind. And that extends to you and yours as well.
I knew we were already like really fucking angry at Kardrak and gonna like, take him down and stuff, but if I ever see him again, it's on sight. I'm gonna rip him apart. I may not even use my sword to do it.
I love that for you.
I want to see this.
Cool.
I'll make sure to bring your new friend, that draft horse, with us.
I could probably teleport it back to the swamp as well if you want.
Horse in a swamp, what
Rhea.
a good idea.
Did you just tell everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. I think everyone needed some cheer.
Pretty sure the whole village knows now, actually, too, so.
Oh, good. They often do. Nothing stays secret here for long.
Tomorrow morning, I'll use speak with animals on the horse, ask it how it was feeling.
Oh, great. I'm gonna make it awkward now if you ask them, but it's fine.
No, I'm sorry that, my home is responsible for this. But
It wasn't your home. Just like I said to Rhea before, my home is not this place, it's the people. it wasn't your people that did this. It was one very fucked up individual and those that he's managed to coerce, so.
Yeah, when you're killing Carjack, I'm gonna be right there with you.
Great. I look forward to it.
Count on it.
Well, the night moves on. Food is wrangled up from whatever you can find in the buildings that aren't completely destroyed. And most of the people in the village have an okay meal. Some people, of course, opt out to let those more in need to have their take. It's despite everything that transpired. Only the location was disheveled, but the spirit remains intact. And you all get a long rest.
Can I speak to Inga and Child before?
You may.
Did we figure out his name? Is it Brilloom or something like that?
It's Brilwyn.
Brolwyn, thank you. So yeah, I'll go over and talk to them and just kind of calmly explain, I have this power that I could bring Nearwind back, but I could do the same for anyone lost today. But I can only do it so often and so much. And I'm not trying to put the decision of life and death in their hands, but I just want them to know that this is something that I can do.
Right. Well, I appreciate you coming to tell us. If you don't mind, we'll talk about it, and we'll let you know in the morning.
That's fair. Again, my condolences.
Thank you, and thank you for your kindness. It is no easy feat to have the energy required for such magic.
Well, if I have the power, it is there to use, so.
I get the feeling that you leave many person better having met you. You sound like you're a
I'll do
very
my
good
best.
teacher.
I've learned along the way from very good people.
As we should. You have yourself a good night.
You too, Inga. Dobrman. And before Drac goes to bed, I'm going to try a divine intervention to bring everyone back to life.
There you go.
So I can do that.
There you go.
Fuck me, I guess.
So I gotta roll. What's my fucking cleric level? 10. Gotta roll
10.
10 or lower on a D100.
All right. Should we do it on roll 20?
Oh, absolutely.
Send it.
Let me know when you're ready for this, Denny.
Yeah.
You reading specifics about it first?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's fair.
I've never seen a cleric use this and have it actually trick.
Yeah.
I hope it.
I've had it happen once in one of my
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Oh,
mean,
man.
Denny
This
chooses
is-
the nature of the intervention, so
Yeah, but I don't feel like I can fuck with it like I can fuck with Wish.
true.
You bring them back, but they're all zombies. Hee. It's like,
That's some
yo,
bad shit right there.
You're speaking to Jurgle, god of death.
Yeah.
Also, my cam here is about to die. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna plug that in quickly. But go
Okay.
ahead and roll.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh my
So I'll just
God.
cheer like you did it.
Aw.
Hey, if you flipped that, it would be so close.
I saw the 1. I was like,
Yeah, I saw the 5 and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
once a week you can try it, right?
if it doesn't work, I have to complete a long rest. If it does, then yes, it's
Oh.
once every 7 days.
I mean, you can try it again in the morning.
I totally can. That's the crazy shit about divine intervention. I can just keep trying.
That's like the worst odds, but
God,
It might as
you
well.
A 10% chance.
No.
You just
Not
you
that
just
bad.
Dormammu have come to bargain your god into helping you.
Oh my god. Okay, well, my camera's rotated now, but that's cool.
It looks fine on the
Okay.
overlay.
Yeah,
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 I think it's just the camera we see.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so it looks like you rolled a
Fat-
51.
Looks like you rolled a 51. Microsoft Paperclip
looks-
appears.
It's
It looks like it, but it was actually a 5.
Yeah, if you put your finger over.
yeah, it's unfortunate that you were only level 50.
If
Yeah.
you close your eyes, it works.
Squint, it kind of looks like a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you plead to the deities that you worship and just wish that something could go right for once. Something good could balance out all this negativity.
Yeah, Drac actually basically just says, like, as Nell said today, home is where the people are. The buildings are gone, but there's no reason that this whole family shouldn't be together. So please.
In your hopes and wishes, your deity does not fulfill your request, but rather offers you wisdom. Or maybe it was wisdom that you had all along. That regardless, alive or dead, as Nell had also said, these people will always be home. They care as much for their living as for those who have passed on.
And Drac just looks over to one of those story totems off in the woods just beyond the village edge. Nods.
I would like to give you all inspiration.
Wahoo!
I
I got
have it.
So you make a roll and then
I was not prepared for that sound. I looked away from the screen to look for the inspiration clicker, and all of a sudden,
I can't use inspiration for a D100, right? It's too
divine
late now, but
advantage.
just for the future.
Divine advantage.
Like tomorrow morning.
Divine.
Holy.
Uh,
Yeah, you can always
Wake
try
up
again
right
tomorrow.
Yeah. But so is that a no on advantage? on
No!
divine inspiration? Look, just saying, he said no to lightning wings too.
Yeah.
That was a chance.
Joke's on you, they're actually plasma. Anyway. Ooh, actually, plasma dragon, that would be interesting. Anyway.
very, very cool. In fact,
So, the morning comes around, and Inga and Brolwyn find you, Drac, in the morning, and Brolwyn's clearly like seems a bit mad at Inga, like just like reserved, and is like that they've lost an argument between the two of them. And Inga says, your offer was very kind. But if it could only be one person, Nerwin wouldn't have wanted it to be them to come back. And she looks to Brolwyn. I'm sorry to you. The pain will pass. And we'll all be okay. And we'll always have Nerwin. So save your energy. I think you'll need it elsewhere.
Thank you, Inga. And again, I'm so sorry.
Be sure to take that kind heart with you wherever you go.
I'll do my best. I'll turn my attention to Brolin and just kneel down. Hey. Ux Valet, Darastrix, you bleed dragon. Start showing it, my friend.
They're like red puffy eyes, just kind of like they wipe them away. Any tears that had remained, they toughen up their expression. Thanks.
You're going to be a great person one day. You're already a great person. Show the world what you can do.
I'll do my best.
That's all we can hope for. Give him a little punch on the shoulder and get up.
And the two of them go back to other family members that have kind of gathered around in the morning. And is anybody else doing anything in particular? Nell, I think you still haven't given Azaria that staff. No, you did.
Yeah, I have the staff.
Yeah, you have the staff now.
You gave it to another horse.
Yeah, that's right. The horse is running
Horse
away
has a
casting
bear.
druid magic.
Is this staff magic?
Yes.
That doesn't-
Hand it over.
Elowen, identify what my dad's staff did.
Turned into a tree, didn't it?
That's all I know that it does.
I can cast Identify.
You can't identify.
Identify. That's what I'm here for.
Tell us what things do and bring us places.
13th level wizard. That's all I do.
Where the heck is this thing? Oh, here we go. This is a Staff of the Woodlands. The staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls. While holding it, you have a +2 bonus to spell attack rolls. The staff has 10 charges for the following properties. Regains 1d6 +4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff loses its properties and becomes a non-magical quarterstaff. It has such spells as Animal Friendship, Awaken, Barkskin, Locate Animals and Plants, Speak with Animals, Speak with Plants, Wall of Thorns, Pass Without Trace without using any charges, and then you can also plant it to make a tree.
That's freaking sweet.
Yeah.
That's so many free spells.
That's wicked. Goodbye,
needs
wand
druid
of
levels?
detect magic. I have a new best friend.
No, the wand has good berry.
Logan, you can cast Awaken on Grobo. And he can speak.
Oh no.
I think he's a creature and not a plant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, dude.
No, it says touch a huge or smaller beast or plant. Plant is a type of creature.
Damn.
And plants
true.
are also a type of creature. In some respects.
Awaken the Grobo.
Oh yes, good day, trio. Shall I deduce that we should go on back to the Lake of the Bog Beast and pursue our adversary in the water?
Oh. Thank you, Awaken Grobo.
Yes, Awaken Grobo, here to help.
A great
Although
many
he went from like
neurons rest
thumbs
within my
up guy
toadstool.
to puffin type guy.
He's got a mouth now. He's like, I never used to been able to smoke.
His awakening was a drug addiction.
Oh no.
All right, so we're gonna have to go back to the lake of the Bog Beast, okay?
You want to sit in the smoking section or the chain smoking section?
Fungus can handle any of it. It's all good. I like all those areas. Just as long as it's, a little bit of moisture there.
Ooh. All right. Before Charity teleports out, she finds you all and says goodbye, and once again, she'll keep in touch. Anything anyone wants to say to her before she takes off?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Gideon will pipe up and say, did you get the message about what happened with my soul scar here? Do you have any insight?
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so much has come up. I've not had time to look into it, but... Sorry, explain to me what happened again? So... You cured Drac and essentially took it on to yourself?
Yeah, that's what I was told. I wanted to just try something to see if it would work, and it did a thing. But I basically focused on the soul scar while I was saying prayers to various things, including the scar, but and those included were Drac's god, who respectfully I don't think would listen to me because I can't speak Draconic. And then the other option would be Equimbach. So, as it's Equimbach or the scar, I don't know if the scar is sentient or anything or what, but I don't know. This is all really weird to me.
I have a theory. I don't know if it explains this new power, but as far as I'm aware, only the Starborn have exhibited any soul scars. And they are all beings whose souls resurrected and got put into different bodies. And those who manifested soul scars were thought to be people or beings whose souls were of people who had a greater purpose or some divine destiny ahead of them. So I think it's the reason that it's mostly been Starborn up to this point is because that was a mass event of souls being moved. I think if the pattern applies to you, you might not be who you think you are. Or at least not who you were before. I don't know. I can't confirm that. That's just a theory. And as for your sudden spontaneous magic, maybe that was part of whomever that was. Maybe that was somebody who was more divinely inclined. But I don't know. I wouldn't weigh yourself down trying to live to an expectation of somebody you don't even know. You are a perfectly good lad the way you are.
Yeah, just... That's weird. I don't really know what to think of that.
Oh yes, in the midst of Earth falling from the sky and the moon getting blotted out with ink, this is the weird thing.
I mean...
You even know I myself have been transferred into a different body, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm here now.
Well, I'm sorry to only leave you with more questions.
I feel like when it comes to this thing, that's might be all I get out of this. But we'll see. Hopefully we can find some.
But isn't that what's fun? Keeps you going.
Honestly, I would love to just have a page full of answers just thrown at me today.
Oh,
I don't even have to catch it. It can just hit me in the face.
careful what you wish for.
And hit with a lot worse than a book full of answers, I'll tell you that much.
It might be a big book.
Well,
Trust
I got
me.
2 people. I got 3 people that are exceptional readers, so.
DM to players, I know.
I'm sure they'd have a whale of a time.
All right, you all take care of yourselves. And in a twirl of her cape, suddenly she is gone.
Well, that's a pretty cool way of teleporting too.
Yours is good too, I think.
You could just try out different
Weird.
styles.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still figuring
That
it
works
out.
for like one person though.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
you couldn't wrap
Say, do you
all
think
of
I
us
can
in your
catch
cape.
all of us in this cave?
I don't know.
You have to cast, like, enlarge cape and then do it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Just, like, get a big blanket and, like, throw it over top everybody, and then it just, like, hits the ground.
There we go.
It's like
You
a
just gotta
team
buy a
building
lot
exercise.
of blankets.
Yeah. It's like when you're in like elementary school, you take the
Yeah.
big parachute, you throw it up,
Yeah.
and you sit on it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you'll just need to buy a lot of blankets.
I need a big
'Cause-
rainbow parachute.
Yeah.
That's the next thing I need.
Danny, get to it.
Ah, here it comes.
Woo!
We found it in the
Okay,
rubble.
team, ready to go back?
Everyone take a corner.
We found it in the life spring. It had this little devil baby on it.
Yeah, well, that tracks, honestly.
All right,
All
what
right,
is the
friends,
plan?
so-
There's a couple of things I would have liked to do before everyone else was awake, if possible. So whenever Nell wakes up, like early in the morning, she's gonna head up to the plateau. First is just gonna take like a quick look around her house to see like how like damaged like it was specifically like I know like my grandparents' house is completely gone pretty much, but what was the state of mine?
Your house is also pretty much wiped out. The like one of the walls has fallen down and is like intact-ish, but you know, not upright anymore. Going through the rubble and whatnot, you do find like the frames of the door entryway and all the rune carvings that you've all done.
That's exactly what I was looking for, actually. So if that is intact, or like however much of that I can find, I will try and like grab it to preserve it. And then I'll make my way over to where the brazier was, and as much as like I can collect from what was there. Is the plateau completely just like rubble at this point?
For the most part, yeah. Like, I mean, some stuff has been like shoveled off as people tried to clean up, kind of, but it's still pretty rough.
If there is a spot on it where I could make like a smaller, like rebuild kind of like a smaller version of the brazier, I would. If not, I would do it like closer to like the path that goes to the mountains. Like basically Nell wants to have it set up like in preparation for the funerals that are likely to be happening today.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you could probably I mean, you can definitely make like a fire pit, but it's not going to be very accommodating for some of the mobile people with mobile difficulties. So the ground level's probably the better option.
All right, then I would do that. Then like I'd have it so it's like on the way to like where the ceremony would end, just so that it's ready for people.
Nice. And is that everything?
That's all I do for the morning. Yeah, like before everyone wakes up.
All right. Yeah, so preparations are made for those who passed away the previous day, and fires are set and words are said. Do you have anything for your Aunt Nerwin? Or for any of the other villagers?
So I guess like for everyone else, like what they see is that like people in the village have taken the bodies away, like further down the path towards the Rinsar Peaks, and then have come back, and like ceremonies are conducted where ashes of each person are thrown into like a little brazier that I've set up, and then put into a vessel and brought back down to an area of the road where there's a bunch of stone cairns set up, and it's each one's buried, and then the cairn is built over top, and as each stone is laid, people are saying like memories of the person that they lost. So when it gets to Nerwin's turn, the family is gathered, and I think Nell just repeats the same memory she mentioned the day before, which is being so scared, but knowing that she at least had someone who was looking out for her, and how much she's wanting to pay that forward. And then she'll lay her stone down.
And the process continues on. Words are shared, memories, stories, regrets, though not sorrowful. Just, oh, I wish we'd have done this, or would have loved this. But that's okay. They have a different journey ahead of them now. And their ashes are added to the urn, and they'll always be part of the hearth. Eventually, the morning goes by, and you're all fed, at least with what is able to be found. Likely a lot of apples.
So I'll just kind of reconvene with my family. Look at Solvi and at Vesta. So, what's the next step? Just trying to rebuild everything?
Well, I think this is probably a great opportunity for your sister to know what it means to pick up the hope of the village and lead them to a new way. So, I think I'm gonna retire early.
Wow.
And she looks at Vesta. Provided you think you're ready. Well, I don't know if I would say I've found my light yet. But I do love the challenge, Mother. Maybe I'll find my light while I'm here. Because I definitely did not find it while I was up building those roads. But it'd be nice to be home for a while. And Nell, it was good to see you too. Also, did you message me like a month or two ago, or have a friend message me, or?
Yeah. Did Finn tell you anything on your way back from Rollbar?
I mean, yes, but he's... I don't know what to take as truth from him, so...
I think I'll fill her in on everything that happened.
You froze the village? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. You know,
I'm glad you fixed it.
me too, especially all things considered.
Well, I guess we're both going to be busy, so. And she goes to give you like a one-arm hug.
I think like for so long, Vesta has been someone that's like, she briefly had a moment where she was silly when she was younger, along with Finn. But it's been so long since that has been the case that she's become this kind of figure in Nell's mind that is just so intimidating that she's always felt like she needs to live up to. But with everything that's happened in the past 3 months, Nell finally feels kind of like on par with her in a certain way. And glad to see her stepping into this role. So as she gives me the one-arm hug, I'll just turn and like basically pick her up and just like kind of like give her like one of those big bear hugs, because I am taller than her.
You
so
certainly
I think,
are. Yeah, she's only 6 foot.
Yeah. And then I'll ruffle her hair. Well, I'm really excited to see you become the next leader.
You
so
do that
soon.
again and I'll banish you.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to hold up, but you're welcome to try.
Oh, and I certainly will. Take care of yourself. And I'll take care of things here.
I know that you will. I have a lot of money. I want to help out. You're going to need supplies, things like that. I don't really know how much is appropriate. We don't do a lot of money here. It's so much barter, and I still haven't really figured it out, if I'm being honest. So,
I'm almost scared to ask how much you have.
Maybe I like look around for any person who like didn't grow up in a friggin' sheltered village. Ria.
Ria.
I'm like,
Ria.
hello? I grew up in a trade town, to be fair.
True. If either one of you are nearby, I'll be like, how much, if I was to help out, how much do you think supplies and things of that nature to help rebuild would go for?
A lot. We got a few buildings to reconstruct that takes stone laborers. We also have to account for food supply, hourly wage for those workers.
Well,
on top of the food supply we need for the people here. We need a lot of money. How much do we spend on the keep?
The stone, we mine it, so that's fine. Everything's barter here, so there's not hourly wages. It's more for, I guess, anything else they might need on top of that.
How much do we have?
I have a lot, reasonably. Again, probably not that much. I'll start with like 100 platinum.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like
1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll chip in 100 gold. I have 400 in my person.
No, you don't need to. I truly have so much. I don't need you to.
It's fine. I'll do it.
Is that, Vesta, do you think that's good? I can give you another 100 platinum.
I do not
You're like
know.
halfway to a small town at that point.
I don't know what to say, honestly. I don't know how much things cost, honestly.
I know. We're really not trained for it here. It was so confusing. And then I was freaking in full bar, and someone was like, "Oh, this item you have is worth a lot." And I was like, "Wow, like 500 gold?" And it was so much more than that. It was a lot more than that. And so
I mean,
it's just
memo
like
to
that's
self, but absolutely need a a teacher for the finances.
Yeah. It's like we do the cute little, like we'd go down to the village and like to Timberstead and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy like a little trinket and it's a copper, and we're like, ooh, money. But no, Mom, when you go out there, it's a lot more. It's crazy. It's things. Anyway, here you go. I'll give 100 platinum plus 100 gold from Gideon.
Well, I don't think I could banish you now out of principle. So you've just bought your way back into the family. You're welcome.
Oh, wow. Good to know that could be bought, I guess, but I'm grateful for it.
Can I give 1,000 gold and join this family? Like,
Yeah, wait a minute, is that how this works?
Yeah. You're
I don't think
adopting us all now.
Just a pyramid scheme.
I can't believe
I-
it hasn't even been 5 minutes and it's already turned into a capitalist freaking
We've
hellhole.
already been bought. We've already been bought.
None of you have to buy your way in. I obviously can't speak for Vesta, but at least from where I'm concerned, you're already a part of it.
If I were to
You
retire,
were
I'm
here
gonna
when
have
it
to go
counted.
somewhere else.
Well, whatever helps, so.
No, it'll be very helpful. I'm gonna even bet that we'll probably have some left over, so we can probably bring in some extra things that the village might need, so thank you, Nell.
Of course.
Also, we'll fix Dalen's building.
Thank you. If there is extra, I'm just saying I wouldn't hate to see it go there. I know you think it's frivolous, but it's important. So.
Well, since you were kind enough to donate, we'll do that.
Oh, it's like one of those things where you like put my name. Like when like rich people like do a thing
This
for a
bench
hospital.
is dedicated to Nell.
It's like add a wing to the building, the Nell wing.
Nell wing.
Oh, and then I'll like reach into the bag of holding and pull out like the etched like front of our like the door frame of the front of our house, and I'll hand it to my mom actually, I think, or to both of them, whatever. So be like, just when you get around to our house, I know it'll probably be the last thing that you work on, but I would hate to see this not be a part of it. There's a lot of memories there.
Absolutely. I'm glad you found it. It's not doing too bad either.
Yeah, surprisingly. At least we have that.
At least we have family. Well, what's next for the lot of you?
Just trying to put off the end of the world and the stars falling out of the sky and all that.
Right,
Stuff.
same old then.
Yeah. Gonna go fight a Bog Beast or something, I guess.
Well, I wish you well luck in that. Little spark.
Thank you. Good luck rebuilding.
No luck required. Once your father gets back, I'm gonna put him to it.
Yeah. We let him know he should be on the way, so.
Oh, good. He always misses out on the fun.
Yeah. He wouldn't have been so good for lifting, though. But that's okay.
I don't know, I could lift him pretty easily.
That is true. I do love to see that.
I just love Anthony coming through Christy's mic. Oh. Well, the village seems to get itself geared up for preparations to begin rebuilding, but first cleaning up. So, it seems they've got some work ahead of them. But it was probably good that you checked in. You also gained some pretty interesting knowledge about this whole situation. So what do you want to do?
Back to the swamp.
Back to the swamp.
The swamp.
It's
We
like
have 14 days until we think something's going to happen.
12 or 11 now, I think.
12.
Still, it's a bit of time. Other
Might
things we
also
want to
not
do.
be
We could help
exactly
them.
right.
You're asking your gods for power thing, Drac. Could you ask them where Fruce is?
I could. Sure. We'll figure that out.
Before you do that, would you be able to see if you can get in contact with the mayor of Starcross?
Certainly. What was their name again?
Jethro
Shrine.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Damn.
Oh, it's
pulled
locked
that?
in there.
Deep
I
balls.
remember, I was literally like, Rhea would regurgitate this thing they know.
Yeah.
I knew it had a J in it at the start. That's all I knew.
Dallis just like pushed open doors inside of her mind palace, just like Aragorn.
Yeah.
The number of times I've reread like bits and pieces of these notes are a lot. Jethro Shrine's in there.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll shoot a message over to Mr. Shrine.
Tell us if anyone. Does Starcross exist anymore?
That's a good question, actually.
Or was everyone
Start with
abducted?
that.
Yeah. Okay, so Starcross exists. I'll ask him where he is. And there's, I don't know. We'll go from there. We'll figure it out. Okay. But hello, Mr. Mayor. It's Drac from a long time ago. Hope you're doing well. Does Starcross still exist? Where are you? Who are you with? Hope you're okay.
Hello, Drac. I'm alright. Yes, Starcross still exists. I'm with, well, the typical people. Nothing really has changed here. I mean, of course, with the exception of some of the jailers have gone out to pursue those bugs that you fought last time you were here.
Okay, so Fruce got taken by bugs. Because he went out to try to fight the bugs. But Starcross is still a place that exists, and the mayor seems fine.
That's a small victory, I suppose.
That cave that we first fought them in, there was a path that led deeper into there that we never went. We were wounded and weak back then, but we never explored deeper into there. Do we think that's where he's been taken into?
If this is connected to Carteract, though, that's so far from Balesville. And I thought they were all being taken north, no?
True.
I think if
So unless
Cardrack
that's
can
like a-
teleport chunks of the earth, I don't know if that's much of a challenge for him.
That point. Unless there's like a secret underground path that goes from that point near Starcross all the way to Balesville. But that seems unlikely.
You've also seen from your experience with those creatures that they're very capable of digging their own paths. And also, apparently, they fly now.
Nature's a wonder. The wonder of nature.
If we have 10 days, should we try to do something about Balesville? We have a
Charity
means
seems-
of stealthily dropping ourselves in now. He
True.
gestures to Elwyn.
Charity did
We-
seem pretty adamant that we don't go, though. I don't know. I feel like if we show up, someone's going to die. It's not going to end well.
I'm also concerned about getting stuck doing something. If we can't get out of there in 10 days.
We did earlier, except that for a while we leave Balesville up to its own devices. I don't know if anything on our end has really changed to convince me that we should risk things.
I don't think we should risk it.
Nell, how are you feeling about this? Kardrak allegedly just attacked you at home.
Well, I have plans for him, but I think continuing with what we were going to do for the last enclave will be more productive. We don't have enough information yet about what he's up to, and if he's wielding this incredible amount of power, I'm not entirely sure what we do about it. I can't stab a giant landmass out of the sky, although I would try.
Yes, you would.
So I think maybe just back to the bog.
Has Charity left already?
Yeah.
No, we did not tell her in this whole thing of telling her all the things. That the 4th Archdruid is dead.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
That's
You want to
a
send
good
her
message.
another sending of bad news?
Nope,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
blocked all
Charity did.
sendings. Whoops.
Honestly, fair.
Divine shielding,
Totally
put that
fair.
baby on right away.
She was like, hey, keep me in the loop of things. That's the loop that we forgot.
Yeah, okay, I'll send her a message.
How are your spell slots? I can do it too. I have quite a few. I love spell
Um,
slots if you have to use yours.
It's fine. I can use another one. Yeah, I'll be like, hi, Charity. Sorry, we forgot something. The 4th Archdruid is dead, so we got to figure that out now, too.
Drag.
That's how we felt.
What does this
Like-
mean? Oh. Son of a bitch.
I mean,
Reciprocated the emotions, so
Yeah.
that's as
Yeah.
good as that would go.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
we know there's the possibility, based on your divination, that I
Good for
can
you.
become that. And Shizumi seems to know something about that, and of the two of them, they seemed a bit less dismissive of it.
Mhm. We'll figure it out.
There's still a
Divine
potential
interventioning,
third.
then?
What was that, Abe?
Did you want to try divine interventioning Fruce's location then, or
I could. Could also try commune. Ask a yes or no question, try to narrow it down. Somewhere, well, he didn't really know where he was based on his sending. He just said it was dark. So sure.
or maybe we just go back to the lake?
Might as well give it a try, right? Shark will grab his holy symbol and point to the sky and say, "Give us some lightning, baby!"
You're
Divine
zapped.
You divine intervention to try to find good old Frucy.
Frucy.
Here we go.
I put my map down in case a lightning bolt hits a location.
No, not
Damn.
today.
There's always tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow.
So you're gonna try commune, or
I don't know if that would actually be useful.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Because like it's a yes or no question, but just based off his sending, he just said it was dark.
I mean, we
I
could
don't-
ask if he's in Balesville.
And if that's a no, then I don't. We just guess other random parts of the map. Is he in the northern half?
We get
Other
3
half?
questions.
You know, we
Yeah,
can
it's 3.
pinpoint it
So
a
we
little
could-
bit.
We can ask, is he in Balesville?
Yeah.
And ask if the cave we fought the bug in would lead us to him.
Mm-hmm.
And we could ask your god just like, hey, you doing well?
That might be nice.
Hey,
I don't think
baby.
you'll see
I
us that very
I
often.
just don't think people ask their gods enough. Hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Sure. I actually love this so much. So yeah, I'll cast Commune. I gotta spend a holy water because that's a thing.
Yeah.
Spend holy water. Okay. Sprinkle that on the ground and make a little circle which sparks with electricity, and then cast the spell. Is the individual we know as Frus in Valesville.
No.
Ooh. What was the other question? Oh, right.
The bug
Is
caves.
the cave where we fought the bugs for the first time, will that lead us to where Frus is?
Yes.
Are you having a good time right now?
Blushes.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
The last one
I'm-
didn't really get. I didn't get anything from that.
You look at your cell phone. What you doing later?
Fascinating. About the cave, though. I would have never thought of that, Azaria.
It was the only reason I did was because of that comment that they went specifically to look for the bugs.
Right?
And that's where they knew they were.
Did they not go that far north then?
North of Starcross, maybe, is all. They're taken from Starcross north. Maybe they are making their way to Balesville. Maybe it's only been a few days. Or
Could
there's
be like a
something
whole
else.
like underground aspect to it too, right?
Oh, I would hate to walk into a hive of those things.
We
Should
could go there.
Just to check it out. I feel more comfortable scoping out bug caves than I do Balesville.
I feel less confident that I can get us there easily.
I bring
Do you have
all my
anything from
belongings all my belongings from
I guess we
having
could get
lived
to
there for
Starcross relatively
years.
easily. That's true.
I feel like we could figure out the way to those caves from Starcross.
If we're concerned about getting tied up with something, going into a cave network that we have no divining rod for.
Yeah, my thought with that is we give it 7 days and then we just teleport back to the bog from wherever we are.
And again, we're sure it's gonna be like the day we think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like a day before or two.
I have a feeling it might be a range. But
I think that
But Azaria's right.
best
We could
bets-
wait for a few days, look around in the caves, and then
Oh.
go back. Give us a few days of leeway.
I think
otherwise we're just sitting by a bog.
Yeah.
Although we did find something at the bog that needed to be dealt with. There could be many more surprises. I'm worried about my kin, but we can't afford to miss our window, or to not be able to be there at all.
So how about we do... Let's do like 3 days maybe. Looking for this cave. Quick exploration, just to get a sense. And then we can go to the bog. Not sold on that either, Abe?
If we're not going to Balesville, because it's too risky and we have no information, I don't know if we should go anywhere that we could be at risk and that we have no information for.
The way I see it,
Family.
this is our last chance to nail this. I'd hate if we missed this. For any
And
reason.
besides, says the non-existent seventh party member, you might plan on going down there
Robo?
anyway to possibly check out that other druid enclave that is apparently dead.
And as much as it pains me to say, let's go to the bog.
All right.
I think that makes sense.
Put the world first.
A fair priority, I guess.
What a wonderful
Anyone have
kind
like
of
a
day.
deck of cards we can bring with us or something?
Pull out the dragon chest set.
You know, we have some time to kill. I might actually be able to learn this game properly now.
Well,
Properly is a big matter of contention, Gideon. I would not bring that up.
I use that word intentionally.
Very well.
Gonna become a grandmaster. Know every rule set.
I wasn't the Wilder.
Well, you're gonna be my teacher then.
And Drax says I play wrong.
I've amended my phrasing. You play different.
Ole.
He still plays wrong.
Oh, wonderful. So, Elwyn, you teleporting them back?
Yeah. Pull out the parachute.
You could just like, like bull flag them, just like get each of them to pass through your cape and they just vanish.
Oh, I love that.
That's fun too.
And then you
we're
could just-
trying things out.
Yeah.
And then I get to do the cool
Yeah.
what Charity does.
There you go. I'll try
It's
not
all
to
gonna happen in a matter of
skewer
6
your
seconds.
rope with my horns.
That's fine. You just have to run really fast. I believe in you guys. Yeah, I'll teleport us all back to right where we left.
And back into the bog you all go. It is early morning, almost noon at this point, and you're back at the water's edge. The the fluffy cotton plant that you'd collected kind of disintegrates as you use it for this teleportation. But you're back at the edge of this beautifully clean river. Or lake. Getting my geography mixed up. And you're not far off from where you had taken off from. You could see the bottle pretty much about a 10-minute walk away from where you guys actually teleported to, so it's pretty good in all things considering.
Well
You're
done,
walking
Ella.
away.
Thank you. For only my second time ever doing that, I feel pretty good about it.
You should.
Natural.
I think I'm gonna make this work every single time I cast teleport.
I believe.
Wild magic surge. What?
Wait, what?
Whoops.
Oh no, whoopsie. Yeah. So, you guys are essentially just gonna camp out the remaining, 10 days?
Yeah.
Unless we want to do anything about the skull.
I feel like we should.
Should we?
It's pretty spooky.
Maybe we should just leave it there.
What if it's in the way though? When the
What
time
if it
comes?
isn't?
I
If
would rather
we-
take the chance on it being in the way than not in the way.
Yeah, like, if we think that this is the Bog Beast, like the riddle does say that it'll keep post over the door, so it's like feels like we might have to fight it either way. But like if we do it now, will it be unclear what the door is because it's not like guarding it?
Well,
I had a thought at one point that I could cast True Seeing around here as well. I don't know if that would help reveal
That would be something
Something.
to try.
more
Go
clear.
to that same spot where I parted the water. You have to get your boots a little muddy, but
Oh,
it
well, then
tonight.
I don't want to. That's fine.
That's fair.
Mud is where Elowin draws the
I can
line.
press
That's actually
digitation
it
it
for
off.
me.
It's fine.
Gideon, you must prestidigitation the entire bottom of the lake.
I
I
can
will
also
not
cast
step in mud.
water walk on you so you can be above the mud.
Fine. It's fine.
All right, so you're gonna go give that a shot?
We can.
And get ready to fight this thing.
Yeah, or we could do it tomorrow. Or we could just go look right now and not mess with it.
Yeah, again, maybe not mess with it because I feel like we don't know enough. Like, what if we can't find the door because it's not guarding it, kind of thing.
But we could just see if through seeing brings anything up.
Yeah, let's just aim for that first.
Okay. So I will go back to that same spot and just park the water and walk on out.
All right. You make your way back out to the spot where the skull was dug up. And it's partly been covered back up with silts from the bottom of the lake, but you can pretty easily identify where it is. And you've casted True Seeing.
I'll cast True Seeing once we get out here. It only lasts for it lasts for an hour. Yeah, whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll cast it as we attempt to go out into the lake.
So, as you Drac parts the water, and you make your way out to the skull. And looking at it, you see, similar to what Abe had seen, these 3 eye sockets stacked atop each other on its forehead. But in your view, they're actual eyeballs that are pink, and they are looking at you. Within the skull. Like, where you move, they track you. They're observing. And you can see, like, these small tendrils of pink light every once in a while just into the skull from elsewhere in the lake. Can I have you make a perception check?
Can I help her?
You have no true seeing, so no, you do not know what you're looking for.
I will
Fair
use
enough.
my inspiration though.
Sounds good. Hey, she
Sorry,
figured it out.
Particularly
Oh, can I
perceptive.
guide her then?
I'm still
no, wait,
not
I can't guide her.
particularly
I can't guide her.
perceptive.
And she drowns.
It doesn't matter. I can't roll to save my life.
Oh my god. Okay. So, 7.
Yeah.
Cool 7, Denny. It's very cool.
Yeah, you don't know where these slivers of snaking pink light are coming from, just beyond in the water. And they're coalescing into this skull. And it feels like it's gaining power.
Well, tell everyone that what I can see.
I don't know where they're coming from, but it's gaining power, I think, from somewhere else in the lake.
If I have Elowin to point out like one of those like areas where like the pink is, do I see one of those frogs? Aren't there like glowing a pink light at night?
You sure do.
Oh man.
Like a rock down there y'all looked at? Or did you look at it?
Freaking rock.
Big
I
old
didn't
fucking rock.
actually look at the rock. I just saw a lot of frogs, and at the time, would have rather not gotten close to that situation.
We investigate it closer.
Yeah,
A rock?
yeah. I guess I'll go do that.
Can I go with you?
Take Azaria with you. At least
Can
Azaria
I
can
come?
breathe underwater.
Oh, I
can-
see. It's underwater.
I mean,
Oh,
I
I
can
got it.
keep parting the
Oh.
water, though. Like,
I'd
I can
come with
move
you.
it.
Oh,
It's not
great.
so freaking
Let's head
cool.
that way.
I just have to, like, keep moving and continually, like, each round basically be like, okay, now I'm parting this section, now I'm parting this section. So like the section behind me will fall in, but I can basically like move as a cube here through the water.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'll kind of point us out in the direction of one of those pink tendrils then if we head that way.
If it feels like it would be helpful, I can turn myself into or someone else into a frog.
Ooh.
Oh, I gave you polymorph. What was I thinking?
You sure fucking did. That was your first mistake. That is my favorite spell. I love that spell.
So
Guide
is
us to the
everybody
rock?
is everybody going on this escapade? Very well.
Just walking through this lake.
Jack, you
Yeah.
have water walk, right?
I do, and I have it prepared.
Okay, great. Just in case.
Yep.
Something happens, you can just cast it on us and I'll shoot up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so Drac, you continue to part the water. And so are you guys going to you're going to the frickin' rock? Okay.
I guess so.
What
Like,
about
is that where
frickin'
these
rock?
pink tendrils are coming from?
I mean, like, there are some coming from that direction.
Okay,
Abe, of course, being
then
the
yeah.
one that's leading that way, but there are some coming from other parts of the lake.
Well, we'll go to where this one we know, yeah.
Yeah. As you guys find the rock, of course, all the frogs are suddenly like, there's no water here. What? And they're all just kind of stuck on this rock and just like sitting there. And you, now that the water is not really there to obfuscate the view, you can see that there are many, many eggs, like just kind of wedged between the frogs, so that the entirety of this rock is just covered. And Elwyn, you see bits of that purple light, like sapping out of one of these eggs and just like shriveling it up, and it drifts off.
Wait, sorry, it's coming out of the egg?
Yeah.
Are they like frog eggs?
Yeah.
That are being drained of their life essence.
Rhea, do you want to
Yeah.
talk to one of these frogs again? Be like, what's up? Are
What's
you
up
cool
with your eggs?
Yeah, I'll,
Like, why are your eggs being
I'll
sucked?
speak with animals and I'll be like, frogs,
Phrasing.
why are you freaking on this rock?
Hey, it's cousin. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you
It's
came
going
down to the
well.
rock.
I did.
Oh, could you put the water back? Like, what? You're kind of ruining the buzz.
Yeah, can we just like bring some can we just bring some water back to the frogs? Just a little for now.
Not how it works, sorry.
Oh, sorry, frogs.
Like-
We need.
The trench like trickles a little bit of water in, and I have to keep like telling it to not do that. So every once in a while, a little bit of water will splash on the rock.
I want to see is there a section of this rock that is maybe not covered in eggs? I just want to see if it's actually a rock, or like if that head snakes through to this point and this is some more bone of that creature.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
22.
So, you do a scan walking around, and you see some of the stone underneath. It is indeed not gray like stone, but like bone.
Logan, you're so smart.
Hey, like,
You're killing it today.
if you want to make some room, we can let you sit here, but
No.
you you know what we do here, right? Yeah,
I'm
you
just
know
gonna
what
be
we
like,
do here. We frick.
just,
It's
yeah,
the
I know
frickin'
you-
rock.
I know it's the frickin' rock. Hey, I'm your cousin. I know it's the frickin' rock.
Oh, if you're my cousin, you can't be here. That would be weird.
Yeah, he's also my cousin.
What? You're related? What are you, a tree?
This is Fantasy Alabama.
Oh, no. I hate Alabamas. What's
Just
an
so you
Alabama?
all know, it's not a rock, it's a bone.
Seems fitting, actually.
Is the whole bog the beast then, do we think? Like, is it just like its whole skeleton is in the entirety of the
It's a
water.
large.
What
there's
is
a
the
large-
creature? What was the? I wasn't listening before. What was the creature?
Typical.
An aboleth.
Christy,
something
you
I
stay
would
out of the
ex-
Dungeon Master's Guide.
No, they told us, so I know what Rhea told us. I wasn't
I don't
listening
know.
before.
I was gonna say there's nothing about what you would really find in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yeah, I meant
wanna
to say
see a
Monster Manual. I got my books messed up.
I want
yeah,
to see a
sorry.
picture of it. That's all.
All right, go ahead.
Well, apple death. ABOLETH.
Creatures that like tried to take over the material plane. I don't know why that word became really hard to say for a second. But they're an aberration. I just don't know why they'd be here. I think we can put the water back on their boning rock.
A little bit of water trickles in.
Were you able to tell like
I'm
what
not collapsing this yet.
bone, what bone it was?
No.
What of the creature is this?
Maybe its tail? So if it's anything less than that, that would make me really concerned. Like, how big this thing is.
I mean, do you want to tell them that their eggs are being killed?
Well, I'll like pop my head under and was like, by the way, your eggs are being killed by the thing you're boning on.
Nah, it's just the way it's always been here. We have to... What? I'm underwater now.
I got it. I got
so
it.
good. So good.
It was good.
So, yeah, like, we have to make a lot of eggs because our mortality rate's really bad here. And we just thought this was the cool place to do it.
These frogs are both so smart.
Do you want to
so
ask,
stupid.
Rhea? Do you want to ask if at any point their boning rock like moves?
Yeah.
Like maybe like once a month. It's not in that same position. But
Yeah, when the
Yes,
apple is on his period.
Cousin, does your boning rock, does the frickin' rock, move like once a month? Like once every moon cycle? Does it just go somewhere else in the lake?
No. It stays right here.
Does once every moon cycle, does any weird thing come from the lake?
Nothing I can think of.
Okay. Well, you get back to making your eggs.
Alright, see you, cousin.
Ask the frog how old it is. Has it seen a lunar cycle?
Frogs live more than a month. I'll pop my head. How old are you?
Like 2 months.
Well, anything else for the frogs that are getting their freak on?
I never
Evan, do you see
thought.
any more of that energy just coming out?
Yeah, oh yeah, it continues. Like, every once in a while, like, just another tendril flies back the way you guys came.
Go investigate the other spots.
We could. Have to cast the spell again.
Drac, maybe it's some like. Do you want to cast commune again at some point to see like be like, hey, is this skeleton the Bog Beast from the riddle?
Could do that once we get back on land.
Just no.
Yeah, we can ask that. Could maybe also ask if we've got the right time period for our riddle.
True.
We never
Yeah,
thought of that one until now.
That's
Yeah.
Would have been
You know,
smart.
sometimes we have good
Smartest
ideas.
People.
We're saving
Two
the
people
world.
with nat 20s here.
Ooh.
Not 20.
You're saving
20
the world.
intelligence.
Right. So are we staying down here? Because I have to cast the spell again if we are.
If you think, yeah, they're definitely coming from other places around here. I'm not sure if it's all eggs that it's coming from.
We can do a lap and just see
do
what
a
we can
lap.
find. All right. Spellcast again.
Alright,
looking around.
Continuing to walk through the lake. Each time you locate an area where these pink tendrils are coming from, it is more areas where frogs and eggs are located. Though it's not all explicitly the eggs, occasionally but this is much less occurrence than the eggs. But every once in a while, a tendril will leave a frog, and it'll kind of oh.
It dies?
No, it just kind of goes lethargic a little bit.
Oh.
Oh, it's taking energy directly from that frog.
I wonder if this happens with greater frequency closer to when the door opens. And then the Bog Beast becomes its most powerful form to guard the entrance.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
We figured it out.
All right.
So should we
So-
break that skull now, or wait for it to be the most powerful?
I mean, you're right. Maybe we should just deal with it before it manages to suck all this energy.
I
Maybe let's
think-
ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's commune
Yes.
with this
Commune.
We'll ask
first.
first. Crack skulls later.
Yeah.
All right. Guess we'll use the rest of the spell to walk our way back to shore.
Yep.
Great.
All right. Once back on land, you prepare yourself for yet another commune spell.
Yep. I have 5 more vials of holy water.
Doesn't feel like enough, to be honest.
For how often we ask Denny for answers? No.
I mean, we're here for a while, so we could make some more
That is true.
Yeah,
We could make
in
more.
our time. Just gotta crush some silver.
All right. So what are we asking? If we have the right day for when this temple opens?
Yeah, for on the right time period.
Yeah.
So is the new moon and the days surrounding it the correct time period?
Okay.
Is the aboleth the Bog Beast?
Okay.
Will it fuck anything up if we kill it before
Ooh, yeah.
the
Just
the-
dead.
entry? Or
I mean,
you know,
it could be undead though,
yeah, destroy it.
because if clearly it tried to do something to Abe before, so
It
it
was
has
watching
some
Elowen.
sentience.
Yeah, there are definitely eyes in that thing, at least.
Creepy.
All right.
I will sprinkle the holy water in front of me, give it a little spark of lightning, and cast Commune. And first question is, do we have the right time frame for when this temple opens with our guess of the new moon and the surrounding days?
You cast your commune spell and let your senses go. And the darkness behind your eyes turns to a sliver of white and slowly peels away, revealing the white of the moon. You take it to mean, yes.
Really wish
You
we
guys
had asked
really
that
did make
way
me
sooner.
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, because if we hadn't and it was 3 days ago, that would have been so fucking bad.
Yeah, that would have been a
Yep.
problem.
Okay.
Woo! Cool.
Is the aboleth that we found, or the remains of it, the Bog Beast of legend?
Once again, taken into your senses, you enter into almost like a dreamscape where the world around you is just ethereal and it's smoky as far as you can see, and there's a light mist above the ground. And then suddenly, something large swims past you. A large catfish-like entity. And as it passes, you can feel a sensation of malevolence, knowing, and staring. Yes, this was the Bog Beast.
Okay. And the last question, which I fully forgot.
It's like, can we fuck it up before the...
Oh, right. If we
Or like,
kill...
will it mess up the ritual if we try to destroy it ahead of time?
Say that.
You ask this question, and the image of that creature comes back to you out of the smokiness, but it's just the skull now. And the skull suddenly goes like two-dimensional, losing its 3D-ness, and like in space begins to rotate like it were a flat, like it were a door, and then shatters. Yes, it would fuck it up.
Oh, it is the door. I fucking was thinking that while you guys were doing your other shit. I'm like, it forms it because it says it keeps post over their door. So I'm like, is it? That's cool. That's cool as hell. Fuck.
I guess we wait.
All right, let's break out Dragon Chest and get to work then.
Well, strange happenings going on at the Lake of the Bog Beast, but the riddle seems a bit more clear now. And in our next session, perhaps we'll get to see what all the hubbub is about. But that's where we're going to call it. Yay!
Bog Beast, baby.
That's the name of the episode.
Bog Beast,
Yeah, there you go.
baby.
Episode title.
It's a Bog Beast.
Oh, wow.
Give me Bog Beast, give me Bog Beast, baby, baby.
For the people out there, just to remind you, check out the link in the description to go see Dallas's Second City show in Toronto.
Check it out.
What was the date again, Dallas? November 17th?
Yeah, November 17th.
Awesome. Go check out the show. It was a lot of fun. Great time. Our next session, I guess, is going to be November 26th.
Yeah, Bog Beast time, baby.
And we should be back live, I think, that day, but we will figure that out. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. And until next time, may you always play nicely. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
How do I end this thing?